Yeah, it was a successful game. Yeah. Well, we're alive. Hello, everybody. Oh wait, are you coming in twice? Can you say something?
Marco Polo,
Oh no, I.
the person in the past. Let me just see if I can pick this up.
Oh, whoopsie daisy. I have it turned down again. My bad. There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I was coming in very quietly. I hope I'm coming in like clearly now. I'm gonna move my microphone a little closer to my face. How's that? Does that
uh,
sound better?
yep, sounds good.
All right, there we go. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody.
Gut greetings. Hello.
So we have some interesting news that has come out. It is very exciting.
Oh,
Um,
whoopsie daisy. I put the wrong scene. My bad. Interesting news.
yes, so we have got the interesting fact that the game director of Avowed has in fact left Ubisoft. We don't know exactly why, but pretty sure we can guess. So yeah, that's kind of messed up.
I don't think. I don't. Wait, am I coming through? Hello?
Uh,
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I was
I'm
like,
pretty
am I?
sure you were. I'm pretty sure you were coming through.
Mm, weird. Anyways, so yeah, was Avowed even a success? I don't think so. It kind of just like appeared
No,
and then dropped off pretty
yeah,
quickly.
and of course the detractor, like people who are trying to defend them, are saying a bunch of stuff. It's like, look, let's break down why Avowed failed. First of all, it was probably pushed out a little too soon. They did have some like shake up issue stuff. The people who started on the project didn't stay with the project. There was some minor shuffling inside the studio. And then the goal of some of the people in charge of the project changed. And it went from, hey, let's make a good game to, hey, let's make a political statement. When you're making,
Yeah.
when you're trying to make a good game, focusing on anything that's not gameplay is very, very, very bad idea.
Yeah.
Like it's just, it boils down to a really bad idea. If you're spending too much time focusing on how you can maximize microtransactions, your game will fail. If you spend too much time focusing on how you can make this like hyper art style that nobody really likes, but you think, well, if we just cram it down people's throats, eventually they'll learn to like it, your game will fail. If you are focusing on um, politics and trying to get some kind of like political messaging through your game where it's not it's not skillful. You want to see skillful takedown of, you know, issues that are really important. Look at some of the original Metal Gear Solid games. Those had amazing messaging that is, oh man, did they ever nail that stuff? like
I
like
mean,
there
there
is
it was popular for a reason. It's a
yes,
classic
yeah,
for a reason.
exactly. But the gameplay was always good. The direction of the art, the story, those were always something that was tangibly good to listen to and to understand. And that's why Avowed failed. And let's be real, it failed. Um and it sucks because I keep wanting to say Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Obsidian has for a long time been kind of like, they've kind of gotten the short end of the stick over and over and over and over again. Their luck has been so bad. It's like it's not bad enough to kill them as a company. It's just bad enough to slightly cause them constant hernias and painful other issues that constantly hamper them. That's one of the big things that's going wrong with them, and that's one of the key difficult areas that they're dealing with, is that they get all this like bad luck, and then when their luck does line up, that's when somebody inside the studio is like, hey, no, me first. And again, I'm not just talking about Avowed here. It's like Obsidian has had a lot of bad leadership issues for a very long time. Um, some of their leaders pretty good, other leaders really not good. Like not just
Do
not where they need to be at.
do you think they suffered from corporate sanitization like other games are starting to get the treatment of?
Um, so that's been a problem that's been hitting the
No.
games industry for a long time. And I would say heavily that the overall like sanitization, um, that's been an issue for a long time. It is not what is currently killing game studios left, right, and center. That tends to be they believe that a political message is more important than every other aspect of a video game because some analyst told them that it was. And those analysts are absolutely idiots and they don't know what they're doing because that's not how you ever sell any product ever. Like you can sell it to tyrants or fanatics as so long as it matches up, but it will not match up forever and eventually it will become the target. That's what happens with like a lot of like hardcore like fanatical stuff is like the fanatical like somebody will cater to the fanatics and they'll be like, hey, we're totally with you, buy our merch, and then you buy the merch and then within a few years your political message has changed or there's been some kind of evolution and you no longer believe that, or there's wrong think, or there's blood guilt, or there's people that are involved in the process. And again, all you have to do is look at like USSR, how it fell, and a bunch of other like regimes that kind of have the same ethos in the sense of like, blood guilt, all this kind of stuff. And eventually those people will turn on you and you will be left with nothing. In fact, you'll be in a worse position than if you just stayed silent and not done anything. So that is really like the crux of what's been happening a lot. And I don't like saying that. I genuinely don't like saying, "Hey, yeah, all these people are idiots and they have no clue what they're doing." I genuinely don't like pointing this out, laughing at people, going, "You guys are a bunch of idiots." It's like there is like some level of like, you get what you deserve kind of thing, but it's not the answer to the problems. And if you focus too much on that for too long, you will become a hateful person. And there is some movements that are currently going on in the gaming sphere, in the reporting sphere of video gaming, where people have been so hateful and so angry and have been fighting the system for so long that they've lost sight of what they're actually fighting for, and now they're turning on people who they used to agree with.
I mean, I just
It's not massive, but it is happening.
I mean, I think I gotten to the point where I just don't like anybody. Just no, it's not like I'm just mad at devs. Devs. It seems like the whole gaming
Game
industry is
media.
fighting against their own customers. That's what it feels like to me. And so, yeah, I'm at that point where it's just I'm like guarded against everybody because it just seems like everyone else is against us. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, no, and this is very very true. Like there are so many people who are actively going out of their way to try and crush anybody that they think is against them or that they believe that, they can do something or get back at these people because of some reason. And again, it really is insane when you see games like that one, which Schedule One. You look at Schedule One, made by I think like one guy. Then you have
Yeah.
all these other games that are made by like teams of like between one and four, and they're making games that are better than what these massive games are making. And you're like, what? Like, what is going on here? This is insane. Well, what's going on here is that when the big corporations stopped giving people what they wanted and are like now they're relying heavily on analysts to tell them what they want, even though the analysts haven't predicted a top they haven't predicted a top five game.
Mm.
Most analysts have not predicted a top five, the top five games of the year for the past, like, in some cases it's like 8 years. It's like
Mm.
if 8 years, if you go to a doctor for 8 years, in every year he's like, here's your biggest health issue. You've got a tumor in your brain. And you're like, oh no. And you go to get a CAT scan. They go, no, there's no tumor. And then the next year you go, oh, you've got this kind of cancer. And you're like, oh dear, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? And you go and you get a screen and they, actually, no, you don't have cancer. Like, okay, okay. And then you go to them, it's like, you're totally fine. You have nothing to worry about. And then like some doctor on the subway looks at you and go, looks like you've got some like skin cancer going on here. If we could get you in, we can take care of this fast. Don't worry about it. Like, don't panic. We'll get you in. We'll take care of this right away. It's like, I just saw my doctor yesterday. He didn't pick this up. And then you go in, sure enough, you got this like malignant like skin cancer, but it's benign, and they're able to take care of it. They cut it out. You're totally fine. And then you go back to your doctor and you're like, dude, what? Like, how did you miss this? Oh, that's fine. And then the next year, it's just one thing after, and he's wrong for 8 years on stuff that is really important to you. Not saying that games are like equivalent to like getting cancer or not getting cancer, but it's that
Like you go
process.
to
It's
the
the way that
you go to them for
yeah,
reliable information.
exactly. You're going to them for reliable information. That's what these big companies are doing, because the analysts, they do need analysts in some way, shape, or form, because they have to have some idea of where the market's going. But it used to be that people would just be like, hey, let's make a game, we'll get it done in 2 to 3 years, and it'll be a game that we like to play. And that's how gaming was originally made. But now you enter in the microtransactions, the shareholders, the C-suite people who have never even played a video game, let alone played anything that you specialize in, and they're all telling you, hey, do XYZ. Actually, they're not telling you to do XYZ. They're telling you to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. And then maybe eventually they say, well, you can sort of probably get into the gameplay, which is their bottom most like important thing. That's also what's happening. And there is like the issue with it. There's too many cooks in the kitchen. You do have that issue. Um, they're like, people used to like get together and they used to like brainstorm ideas and stuff like that, and they would get everybody together. And I remember watching a historical, like, they had recorded that this team who made the original Mortal Kombat sitting around pitching ideas for fighters, and the whole studio was like 5 people, and they're just sitting down and like everybody's giving their opinion. That's good. You know what's not good these days? Some person who does marketing telling the game designer how they should make the game when it comes to like game mechanics and balance. It's like, who are you to be saying this, and are you even right? Like let's enter this possible scenario that you could be not only wrong, but like massively completely wrong and out to lunch, and you've got no clue what you're doing, and you're just giving really bad advice. But turns out that you know you've gone and listened to that lady, from that one stupid organization, where she's like, talk to your marketing department and scare them into thinking that if you don't get exactly what you want, all hell is going to happen. And then
If they
you
don't do
take
what
that.
we say,
Exactly, yeah. and then
totally
and then
not,
the game
totally not.
fails and fails, and it's like, and a lot of
What
the
what
stories that we're going to be
is that
covering
like
today,
coercion? What is that?
it's
Coercion
it yeah, it's
threats,
coercion. Yeah,
coercion
it's
threats,
a form.
blackmail. Well, I wouldn't
Yeah,
say blackmail, but it's like you're like making like I don't know. Totally legal, I'm sure. Anyways, oh crud, I was gonna say something. Oh right, I when you were saying that one lady from that one organization, I thought you were gonna say Anita Sarkeesian. I was like, oh god, did she
yeah,
come back
yeah,
again?
yeah. She's a very nasty person. Like, just again, like, I'm not trying to like insult
Like
her
she was like
as a
she was
person.
she was
What?
convey she was
He's a terrible person.
she was like people said that she was like such a connoisseur
Mm.
of games that she noticed all these weird things going on in games, and they're all sexist and stuff like that, only to turn out that she doesn't even play games. She's just
Yeah. No,
shaying that chef.
and and like 100%, I will say this
Paid to say
to the
those.
rooftops. There,
Allegedly.
no, not everything is sexist, racist all of the time. That's just like, if you believe that, I'm sorry for you. You believe in a really, really, really messed up world. Most people are just trying to, make
Get
it through
by.
the end of the day. Most people have pain and experiences and trauma, and most people are not being controlled by a cabal of people who are out to get them. That's like, imagine walking into somebody and like, yeah, yeah, I'm being hunted by these people who are trying to destroy my life. It's like,
You know,
that's true in like 2% of scenarios.
you know what rankles
That
me about this whole thing is that it's actually been shown that we're actually very accepting of things.
gamers as a
But
whole really
well,
are.
it's not. Well, I wasn't saying just gamers. I meant like as a whole, as a society.
Oh
Like
yeah,
we
oh
were
yeah.
very like lax about things. They were like, oh yeah, yeah, of course. Like go, do you? Like everyone was fine with it until it got too much. Like they wanted like in games, they wanted in movies, they wanted in everything and every like. Do you know what I mean? And then they're saying everything's racist, everything's sexist. We got to change everything, and it's like, okay, we need to slow our roll here because, like you said, not everything is through that lens. Like, most people don't look through things through that lens. So it's like very jarring.
Right.
And
and
so,
and
yeah.
and it is, again, it is super wrong. Like, this is like super, super, super wrong. It's like, listen to people. eh, like, and it's so weird, like, how there are people who mess this up. I say, listen to everybody because everybody's been through pain. And what is
Mm-hmm.
their response? No, no, only listen to some people. It's like, like,
Listen to
no.
women, but only women who have dark skin colors. They're more
Listen to,
important. They're more important than women with pale skin color.
yeah,
But
and you
women
get
are
that,
still
and
important, though.
yeah, and that's like, I mean, that is so like uber racist. It's disgusting. But it's the like saying, hey, look, let's listen to everybody, and then let's not listen to the hyper, like, screeching crazy people who are like, oh, it's this group is out to get us. It's like, again, that's not how the modern world works in most modern societies. It just isn't. You're
Like,
you're creating a boogeyman. You're
it's just
creating
weird.
a scarecrow of like, and a caricature of like other people, and it's getting really messed up out there. Like, it is.
Yeah.
There's some,
It's
like,
definitely not a
there's some
solution.
really bad stuff that's happened just in the last few days, where it's like, can we stop killing young people? Like, here's a thought, like, can we stop killing young people? And this applies to all these wars that are going on, all this other stuff. It's like, how about we just stop that? How about, yeah, I love the idea of like, okay, if you want to go to war, how about we put the guy who's in charge in the front of the line to go to the war? And suddenly, I think people would find a way to negotiate, and that's probably a lot better. Um, yeah, there's some massive problems, but in gaming, this has been getting worse. But there are silver linings, and I really need to point this out. It's like, we have silver linings. The silver linings are all of the indie games that are just going absolutely gangbusters right now, and other projects that are like, hey, we're not going to listen to the people who hate us, who don't buy our products. We're actually just going to listen to the people who actually do just buy our products.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Like the Fall of Avalon, what, Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon?
Mm.
There was some controversy with the Fall of Avalon because apparently they asked the I think it was either Discord or Reddit, but they asked the community like what they wanted, if they wanted body type A or B in the game, or do they just want gender selected of male and female. And overwhelmingly 90% of the fan base said that they wanted male and female, so they implemented it into their game. But because they decided not to do the corporate mandated type A, type B body type, body typing of genders, like it was it I wouldn't I can't did it was it that big of a controversy? I know it was a controversy, but I don't think it was that big. But news outlets, gaming news outlets took that as like a slight against modernizing stuff, and they're like, oh my god, they got rid of, they're doing traditional gender typing of the physical form of humans. Like, how dare they? I don't know. It's just, but they were just following what their fan base wanted. And look at it now. It's doing relatively well. I've heard such great things about it. I'm probably gonna play it at some point because I heard like really good things about it. It seems like it's like a mix of like really dark, like dark fantasy. It's like dark fantasy Skyrim, because apparently there's like a wanted system. If you do things against the law, there's like a wanted system. You can do a lot of side quests and stuff. And then apparently I heard that like the main story was really good, but it's not. It's like an early access, so not everything's available, and I don't think they're totally done with the game. But yeah, I heard some really good things about it. And yeah, I was like, where was I going with this? They're just an indie studio following what their customers wanted to see, and because they did that, now they're in a very good spot. Was it good standing with the gaming community and with their fan base? But yeah, that's all I got to say about that. I haven't played the game yet, but I want to. And my my friend on Discord, Polly's, he's like really pushing me to play it because he knows I like dark fantasy stuff. So he's like, "You should play it. It's available now. You should play it." And I was like, "Okay." So at some point, I'll get it and play it, but not yet. But not yet. I have so many games I have to get through, especially like Expedition 33. I haven't played that game, but everyone's like saying it's such a good game, and that's a massive indie success as well. They didn't follow any corporate mandate for that either. They're just making a game because they love to make games, and the guy behind the brains behind the operation, he wanted a story. He had a story he wanted to tell, and it was it a mass success. It appealed to a lot of people because everyone was saying that like when you try to cater to a certain when you try to cater to every audience, you would cater to like no audience.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, yeah,
but
and
they were
that's in.
catering to the turn-based audience, but because it did so well, they branched out from that niche. Do you know what I mean? Like
Mm.
other gamers wanted to try the game. They probably weren't very particularly good with turn-based, or maybe they didn't like turn-based, but we are getting so much slop, guys. We're getting so much slop that they're willing to give this game a chance because we have so much slop in some other areas. What am I saying? It's all over the freaking industry at this point. But it's like it doesn't really matter what genre of the game is anymore. If it's a good game, gamers are going to play it. That's not a bad thing, but it's like it's just the point where we've gotten so far. It's a little sad, honestly. What else are we talking about? Oh right.
We've got a lot. There's a ton of stories out. Yeah. So and we did start with the avowed
The
thing.
Avowed, yeah.
Yeah, just to
Oh,
put a cap on that. Ugh.
oh yeah. I was talking about Avowed, the story when I when I was asking like, was it cleaning of like offensive stuff that was the problem. No, the moment I said that, I was like, no, that wasn't the problem. Avowed
Mhm.
wasn't given, it was very undercooked, and someone actually made some good points about how undercooked it was. The reaction, like the reactivity of the game was not there. uh Skyrim had a lot more reactivity than freaking Avowed. And Avowed, like, Avowed is supposed to be like a AAA game, and it is not even better than Skyrim, which came out almost like 20 years ago. I don't know how long ago Skyrim came out, but it came out a long ass time ago, and then a new game comes out and it's not even up to par. Like, that's really bad. But that's the state of the industry right now. And someone said that one origin character was fully fleshed out. Like, the origin character, like the background and stuff, like their background and stuff was like really fleshed out, like writing wise. But all the other origin characters were kind of just like slapped together here and there. So that was a big indicator showing that they didn't give that much effort into supporting this game. And it seems like they were just messing around. They didn't give enough time to it to like fully flesh it out. And then it came around the time where they had to release it. And so they're like, okay, let's just make sure it's in a working order. And then they just shoved it out the door. I bet they probably didn't even expect it to even make that much money. Like, they just wanted to get it out as fast as possible. And it just reminds me of back, was it when it was revealed that EA didn't support Dragon Age as much as it should have with BioWare, and how they favored Mass Effect over Dragon Age as a series. And that really, that's really disappointing. Like, I don't know what it is with AAA gaming studios trying to make it seem like people don't like fantasy settings. Like, we're, of course people like fantasy. I'm not saying everybody likes fantasy. I'm just saying gamers like fantasy. Like, some gamers like fantasy. Like, at least half the gamer population likes fantasy. You can see it all over. Even like, the gacha games, those are all gacha games, like Genshin Impact, fantasy setting, like Dragon Age Origins, well, I can't say Dragon Age 2, but Dragon Age Origins, fantasy setting, like uh, Fall of Avalon, fantasy setting, and that's doing pretty well. Larian Studios did Baldur's Gate 3, another fantasy setting that went out, like, that exploded on the scene and made 20 million, like, sold 20 million copies. Is I don't understand, like freaking God of War Ragnarok. That's a fantasy, like, those are all fantasy settings. Like, what, like, I don't understand why this weird concept that like people just don't like fantasy is. I don't get it. And so they're like, "Oh, we need to do sci-fi, science stuff. We need to push that cuz that's what people are interested in." I just don't understand like this weird favoritism of one genre over the other.
Mm-hmm.
And they did that for was it? They also did that with was it uh Claire Claire Obscura, where they're like oh, no one wants to play turn-based games anymore. No one wants to do those anymore. And yet look how good it's doing right now.
Right. So yeah, I think it's there's a major correction that needs to happen where people actually listen to their customers, because we haven't been listened to for a long time. Whether it's like, it's like them replacing pictures of women with pictures of fruit, or some other stuff that's obviously like insanely like sexist when you think about it. It's like,
It's like they're
from the
racing
gameplay
women.
to the,
They're
yeah, well,
racing women,
there's that,
but
and
it's not
there's
racing
definitely an
women.
attempt to. Hmm.
We're not racing women. Yes, you are. It is so sexist because you're not doing it to the men's side either. Like, you're just straight up targeting women specifically. And I'm like, why? It doesn't need to be this way, but it's just so freaking blatantly obvious that it's like annoying. It's so annoying. Oh, we're trying to protect women. I don't want you to protect me. Like, what? I just want to play a game. I'm not that fragile, god damn it. Like, I can I can look at a pair of women's tits, all right? I can look at a woman's chest. I can look at a woman's hips, and I can look at a woman's thighs, and I can look at a woman's bootay, all right? I can see that. I'm allowed to look at that. Oh, but
But
we gotta cover them up because my poor woman femininity eyes. I can't gaze upon a beautiful woman without getting triggered. It's like, are you insane? Like, geez, it's I don't like people telling me what I should and shouldn't be into, and I don't like it what people when people are like, "Oh, you shouldn't look at that. That's not for you. That's not that's not it'll hurt you. Don't look at that." It's like I'm an adult. I can look at whatever I want. It's just annoying. It's like they're babying me, and I don't like to be babied, all right? Wait, what? I'm so lost because some of the stuff that we didn't cover the last time, it's kind of in the same.
is we should probably like find a better way to like
Yeah, it's
separate
pretty
that
cheap.
out.
Yeah. But oh yeah, did you want to talk about the Fallout fan games? I don't think we really
So
covered it.
yeah, Cascadia and Miami, we've got two honest to God, looks amazing projects coming out. Um, again, using that wonderful engine that Bethesda has for that. Again, yeah, they're not perfect with it, obviously, but modders can really hyper focus and really make some amazingly good stuff. Well, is there an easier engine to use out there? Maybe, probably. Is there a more successful engine for user generated content? No. So, yeah, I would want them to stay with that engine at least for now, or find some way of like creating a hybrid like they've done with the Oblivion game, which is that's like I look at that every couple of days and I'm like I can't wait to have time to be able to get into this.
Well, at least oh, speaking of eating good, like I was gonna say, at least the Fallout community is eating good. Sorry, my nephew's playing dinosaur, so you're gonna hear him in the background. But anyways, speaking of eating good, Owlcat, which has some licensing in the Warhammer 40K universe. Right now they're was it they came out with the Rogue Trader, which is a CRPG where you actually role play in the Warhammer 40K universe. Cause like if you actually was it if you do the tabletop Warhammer universe, it's more just tactical stuff. But at least in was it in the CRPG, you can actually role play being in the actual Warhammer universe. And oh my god, the stories are so good. And then recently the DLC came out for Void Shadows. I believe it's called the one with the blood web spinners. I think they're called cultists. That is so good. It added like uh mm, I it's I'm not sure how long it just gave more content to the game, and I freaking loved it. I loved every aspect of it. And then there was it planning to release the Lex Imperialis expansion DLC, so I'm excited for that, but that's coming in June 24th, so that's like next month. And then they just said that they've been greenlit for another 2 expansions, meaning we're getting more companions and more story and more content. And unfortunately, it's not gonna happen till next year. But I'm so excited because like the story is so good. So I haven't even finished the game yet, and the story is so good, and I'm having so much fun. And then was it? Oh, they also got greenlit for a new game. They're coming out with a new game called was it Warhammer 40K Dark Heresy, and you get to play as an Inquisitor. You get to play as an Inquisitor. Ah, I'm so excited. And then not only are they coming out with a new game where you play as an Inquisitor and the Rogue Trader is such a good game? You know Dark Heresy is going to be a good game. But then they might get greenlit for 4 expansions too. That's crazy. And I'm like really excited. I'm excited. We're eating good today. Sorry. The fans of Owlcat and the fans of the Warhammer 40k universe, like, we're eating good. I just wanted to say that. I want to gush about it a bit. But yeah, oh yeah. So there has been a weird crud. What do you call it? There's been a weird thing that gaming journalists have been trying to shove down people's throats, and that is that we shouldn't be giving money to indie developers. Instead, we should be supporting the poor AAA game studios. They have to make money too, guys. Like, we can't just keep giving all our money to the indie studios. Like, the indie studios, they don't have that many people working on these projects. AAA studios have thousands of employees working hard to making your slop games. The slop games that we've shoved down your throat every single day. We should give our money to the AAA studios because they work so hard and they have a lot of families and friends and people they need to support financially. They work so hard, guys. And obviously, the AAA studios do not pay their employees as much as they should. But we need to support the AAA studios. We need to stop supporting indies. We need to start supporting the AAA. They have brand names for a reason, guys. They have brand names for a reason. It's because they made such great games. So we should be spending our money on these obviously great games instead of these indie studios. And that's what journalists are saying. So they're totally not paid for articles, of course. I'm sure like no one paid for them to say that. But yeah, there's this weird stigma. There's this weird precedent that journalists are pushing where they're like, we shouldn't be supporting indie studios. We should be supporting AAA studios. And I'm like, what the hell? Because like, wouldn't you be for like... You think that they'd want to support like the underdog, you know, people who are trying to break
Right.
into the industry on
And
their
which we
own.
see, right? And like we look at IGN, and because they just had an article come out about our creators, and we see it's not just them. It's like it's a lot of gaming journalists, which a lot of them have just recently been fired. So you know, there's that. But so many people, so many things, so many groups are like, you know, where's the good games? Where's the good game? And then you have the indie guys show up and they make a game, and then these people try really hard not to talk about it. That's a huge problem.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, we're starting to see a change when it comes to like gaming journalists, and it's just obviously they're getting paid to do this. Obviously they're getting paid to do this because who in their right mind would read that and think that that was a sane thing to say? Like, what? Like, hey guys, don't buy from mom and pop stores. You should go for the big multi-billion-dollar brand name, even though they do like cheap material and stuff, and they just mass produce it and it's not as good quality from a mom and pop shop. But they're a multi-billion-dollar store brand name, so you just should just trust it and buy from it. Even though there's been controversy of them like putting like hazardous material into their products, but you gotta buy from it, guys, because they're multi-billion-dollar. It's like, what? Like, even if you support AAA, they would fire their employees. Ooh, damn! Don't come. Damn, Okel Dog, you just come out with all the like harsh truths. You just come out with the harsh truths. Dude, it's like, yeah, then what's the point of supporting AAA if they're just gonna even they fire people if you support them, and they fire people if you don't support them. So it's like, what's like, it's like people aren't gonna, you can't use that as a argument because no one cares because they do it anyways. So it's like you can't use that as like a shield to hide behind. Oh, don't you want to support the families and the of the employees who work at these? Well, you're just gonna fire them anyways. Like what? Like it doesn't make any sense. Sorry, I kind of like got distracted. Kawaii Cutie said, "Lurky's in a joke. What did the noodles say to their partner? Are you done? Are y-" It says udon, but are you done with the restroom yet? I ramen remember you went to in like 30 minutes ago. Thank you for the joke, Kawaii Cutie. I appreciate it. Oh, hi, Chris. Welcome in. Triple A means triple prize. God damn it. Hi, Chris. Welcome in. They have no fantasy, so they can't imagine it. Ooh, damn. God damn. Okel Dot coming in with the burns. Terrico Winningen said about Doom the Dark Ages. We haven't gone to that topic yet, but we're about to. All I can say about Doom Dark Ages, I am joining and having fun, but I miss the music from Mike Gordon. Ah, damn, I meant enjoying the game. Sure, Terrico, sure. Stop that says, stop playing indie games. Stick to mindless trash, I implore you. Yep. I don't. Yeah, the state of the industry. I keep remembering that one person. They're like, "Don't you ever talk about anything positive?" And it's like, well, no,
If there was
because
something
there's something positive to talk
like
about.
out of the 50 top news stories, we can only really cover 10 of them. And out of the 50 top news stories, like 48% of them are bad news. It's like we're trying here, we're trying, but it's just ay 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 ay.
Let's just talk about the 5 indie game studios that have been doing well the past year or two. Let's just talk about that, and then nothing bad ever happens ever. Let's just focus on that. But yeah, this is right when I think we just can't get things can't get any worse. It just does. It's just like it just baffles me how they try to like spin it and be like, well, indie studios, they suck. So you should. They didn't say that, but they're trying to make it seem like AAA
Yeah,
studios
they're trying to get there, yeah.
are worth your salt. And it's like, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. So,
I've been loving the memes with this. It's like I saw one of the more recent ones is like there's just this clown and he's like, wait and see, wait and see, wait and see, wait and see. And every single game is just all of the ones that have bombed just this in the last like 8 months. It's like,
yeah.
yeah, when are we gonna get to seeing what you're seeing, or do we have to smoke the wild grass, if you know what I
The
mean?
wild grass. Uh
Uh,
okay, Sab. You have to answer this for me. Sweet
sure.
Baby Inc. is a government psyop. Sweet Baby Inc. exposed as massive Canadian government created propaganda. Do you have anything to say for yourself, sir? Since you are in the hot seat right now and you're obviously Canadian, what do you have to say about these
Uh,
allegations?
this is largely true. The
I
Canadian
can't
government
believe you. I knew it.
has
Can't be
had
trusted.
this. What do you mean? I'm saying it's true. It's the Canadian government has been funding like stuff like this for a really long time. So is the American government, but that just came to a recent end. So yeah, that's the thing
Yeah.
that's gonna. But no, like the Canadian government has thrown their fingers into the cultural pie,
hmm
and then
I mean,
and they're
England
always
has.
pushing it in one direction. Like that's the other thing.
I mean, England has
Um,
as well. So it's like you're not the only one, but
yeah, and I mean, BioWare was built from a studio that was established in a province where they did pay. It was pretty high. It was like 50% of the wages for game developers. So
damn.
in that regard, there was yeah, but it has been for a really long time. It's been about like trying to like air quotes. I'm doing the air quotes. preserve culture.
Mm.
And that's what's been going on
You
more or
mean
less, is this
preserve
attempt to, like,
trends? Preserve
yes,
trends.
yes. Well, that's where it's been headed recently, and that's the thing that we don't like because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very problematic.
Yeah. Thank you for the subscription, Drac. I have sold my soul and I can't pay rent. What? Then don't do that. Don't do that, sir. Where's a water bottle so I can spritz you? Bad Drac. But thank you. But bad Drac. How was we doing today? We're doing good. We're just kind of it's kind of a slow news
It's a
day.
little bumming. Yeah, it's a bit of a bummy.
It's kind of like it's kind of humid, kind of murky outside today, so I think that's what it is. It's like kind of
Yeah,
rainy, kind of gray.
same here. It's like I really want to be sleeping right now, but I can't.
Yeah, I'm kind of like meh. I'm
Mm.
drinking Dr. Pepper and tea, and I'm just like, tomorrow's a holiday, so it's like very gonna use it to relax, but it's like I don't know, it's just kind of
Yeah,
muggy.
ours was last week. Last week we had a day off.
Oh,
The Monday off last week. So
yeah. Uh, Next year, GTA 6, $120 base price. No, no, not a new president. I see SBI more as grifters that seen how they can get money from the pot and did anything to get it. Yeah, uh, we were. I mean, I'd like to believe most gamers saw them for what they were. It's just that they were like acting like they weren't scammers and they weren't trying to just do stuff to get money out of it. But yeah, we kind of knew what they were doing. We knew what they were doing. We're not stupid.
mhm.
Don't tell me what to do. You ain't my boss. Wow. Waxy with a stick of salami. Why would you do that? Did you even pay your Yowie tax? I don't think you did. Can't even just freaking hit me with a salami. Understandable though. Am I surprised you're drinking those two things? I drank Dr. Pepper and I ran out of Dr. Pepper because I drank all the Dr. Pepper and then I moved on to tea. Okay? No, I'm not drinking them at the same time. I'm not that crazy. Kind of. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, no, yeah, He didn't pay the Yowie tax, is what he was referring to. You win this round, lady. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. But anyways, yeah, we kind of knew that most of these DEI groups are nothing but freaking scammers, just coming in, taking money from game developers to hire
And I mean,
to consult and give more modern eye view of their games, and
and
only to
and
worsen the product.
a lot of government funding. Like this like we
Oh yeah,
are starting to really prove it now.
yeah. Even the U.S.
Yes,
government
thing.
was found
Hmm.
funding DEI stuff. Like, was it DEI journalists, DEI YouTubers? Apparently, like, yeah. And I can't even say alleged. No, that was actually proven true. So yeah, so yeah, there you take that for what it is. Okay, so EA. Oh crud! I actually learned about this, but I kind of forgot where the money went. Uh, so EA cut a lot of corners when it came to their company, I believe, because they wanted to save money, right? They cut a lot of costs here and there in the company. And I think they either fired some people or they moved directions of projects from one area to another in order to save money. Now, they accumulated 2.5 billion in money and people are like, "Okay, what did they use it on?" Apparently they used it to buy back stocks. Either was
Hmm.
it was it to buy back stocks or was it to like it just to invest back into the company itself and not use to make games
So they
and make
it's
products. No, they just
yes.
wind
So
they just invested more back
so
into the company. It's like, what?
they they take $2 billion and instead of making a new game with it, they buy back the stock, which inflates the stock price, which they then sell their more of the stock that they just bought for a higher price than what they bought it for, so that the stock price remains high so that they can make it look like they're a good investment. This only works when you have like a lot of money to burn, essentially. And it's a cyclical kind of like weird thing where it's like, yeah, they're it's not like they're creating money out of nowhere, or they're doing stuff that's illegal. This is all legal, normal stuff, but it's a high level of like mumbo jumbo type accounting that doesn't actually solve any problems. And this is so dangerous. Again,
So
I can't.
they're losing money, and their
Sort
best
of. Sort of, yeah.
okay, they're sort of losing money. And because was it they're I can't even say they banked on success with Veilguard because they barely paid any attention to Veilguard because they don't even like Veilguard. They mostly like Mass Effect and hated freaking Dragon Age. So they barely put any effort into making Veilguard, which wasted money. And that underperformed because they didn't put a lot of effort into it and hired the bare minimum of people to do it. But they wasted money on that for a 10-year project, might I add. It was in development for 10 years, which is a waste of resources. But, and it underperformed massively. They're starting to lose money on their FIFA license. They're starting to lose money on their sports license in general, actually. I'm sure they have like a lot of licenses. Was it? They have all the sports licenses right now? Like with basketball and do they? I don't know. I'm not really a big sports fan, but I know they have football, which is
They
FIFA, right?
do. It's not FIFA anymore. They lost the FIFA license, so their next game coming out is going to be like not FIFA soccer. It's going to be like soccer
Football.
sports. Football sport soccer thing. No, connection to FIFA.
Hmm.
FIFA has been, I believe, sold to another company, like the rights to temporarily,
Oh no, I
and
seem to
we
have
don't
been
know how
raided.
long that's going to last. So this is like,
Oh hi
again,
Parker.
we're
Thank you for the
looking at
raid.
some like really dangerous stuff, and it's like
EA Simulation Soccer 2026. God damn it.
that's about it. Yeah, that's about where we're at. Yep. Uh
Hello Parker.
this
Oh,
is not good.
oh, you already gave him a shout. Thank you, Drac. But yeah, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Uh, yeah. So they're basic. Okay, let's be honest. Even when they did have the FIFA license, they weren't making as that. Wait, they weren't making as much money as they used to with it. Because from what I understand, they they cut back a lot on the games. Well, let's be honest. They cut back on a lot of games because I've recently found out that most AAA games, in order to save money, just outsource everything at a cheaper price. So that's why most of them look slop filled in the first place. And EA has been doing for the FIFA license is just reuse assets every year and then just repackage. They like reuse assets and then repackage the same game over and over every year, then just ship it out. And then people said, I heard that they also, it wouldn't even surprise me, they got more predatory with their microtransactions and stuff. And they were trying to implement IRL real ads into FIFA, but they said it was a bug. It was like a weird technical issue. No, we weren't
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
that, guys.
we weren't
We
doing
weren't
that.
testing
This
it
is
out. We have no
it.
control over that at all.
Mm-hmm.
I freaking hate it when they do shady shit and they're like, "Oh, we have no control over that." Yes, you do. You have such hard grip on your freaking products that you have to implement was it anti-piracy shit. Like you want so much control over your own game, but the moment you start doing shady shit and then take it out, you're like, "Oh, it's just a glitch. Oh, we didn't have control over that." Get out of here. Like, it's just so annoying. Oh, suddenly you don't have control over your
Yeah,
game. Sure.
some intern walked in and accidentally turned on the
In-game
live
ads.
ad with in video games. Oh, that we didn't even know that was there. What happened? Oh no! It's like you guys are like, do you really expect us to buy this? Like come on, please. Can we just
Anyways,
speak honestly for once?
of course not. They're freaking
Oh,
corporate execs. They don't speak.
right.
They don't speak the truth. They just give you the runarounds. But anyways, enough about me harping on how much EA has been losing money because they've been they've been focused on like monetization for so long.
Mommy,
What's up, Bubba's?
what is awesome?
But yeah, it's it's not surprising. Like you see companies like Disney like forcing out like mediocre stuff and then they're surprised that they start losing money. News alert, guys, just because you are a well-known figurehead in your area doesn't mean that people are just going to automatically buy your stuff. Don't get me wrong, there are people who are willing to do that, but they're just a small percentage. A small percentage. If you want to gain actual, was it a fan base, like an actual fan, not the crazy people who just, you know, slobber all over your slop, but I'm just saying like people who actually enjoy your products, make quality products. And then because we've seen it in the movie scene and we've seen it in the gaming industry. If you make something with quality, people are going to buy it. Like Claire Obscure Expedition 33. That's getting it's a massive hit right now, and I'm going to be very annoyed if it doesn't get Game of the Year because we're going to have problems. I still don't understand how freaking Astrobot got Game of the Year last year. Like, that makes no fucking sense, dude. That game was only available on PlayStation, and not every gamer is...
I haven't seen a single video, like gameplay video of it out, like showcasing, like, this is what you could do. This is look at all these people having this amazing time with Astrobot. It's like, are they really?
I'm just saying, like, it doesn't make
I'm
any
not.
sense that everyone would vote
Yeah,
for Astrobot to be Game of the Year when it's only available on PlayStation and most gamers are on mobile or on fucking PC. Like that doesn't make any
mhm,
sense. The numbers don't. The math isn't mathing. That doesn't make any sense.
yeah, yeah. Like it's kind of one of those weird things, and considering all the like other weird oddities that they had, and like, yeah, it seems kind of, I don't know. Again, I don't want to say conspiratorial, but it does seem kind of
It's
weird.
kind of strange. I don't know. Oh, sorry. I just saw the chat. Oh God. Ah, nice crypto scamming. Oh my. I'm a little surprised about the DEI thing with the government. Not so much about the EA though. Yeah, honestly, Canada is pretty progressive, so I'm not surprised about that. England is going down the progressive route as well. Uh, my prayers go out to any people in England right now. There seems to be some conflict going on right now, but I hope you guys figure it out. You guys are like so smart.
Mommy,
You guys are way smarter than Americans, so please figure it out.
mommy, what mother?
They bot viewed themselves, but with stocks. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what they did. They're not making
Basically,
enough.
yeah.
Yeah, they're not making enough money. Yeah, it's just so annoying because I feel like people are so used to AAA bailing themselves out that they're like, oh, this company isn't going under. Oh, this company isn't going under. It's like, dude, they're dying. They're losing so much money. Do you have any idea like how much money? This is serious. This is serious. It's serious. I'm not saying like, oh, they're only losing 1 million here. No, they're losing billions, dude. Like they put so much money behind products only for it to like not make the returns. Like how many times do I have to keep saying this? They put so much money behind games and not and seeing pennies in comparison to how much they actually spent making this game. They're losing money, they're bleeding it, and they're terrified, obviously. And they don't want to look like they're dying. They don't want to look like they're dying. Oh, EA stocks are higher than ever. I don't understand. Why you keep saying that they're like EA's as strong as ever, like they're not losing money. Yes, they are. I mean, I literally just explained that they were just moving things around and cutting corners in order to make it seem like their stocks are doing well when they're not. Like they it's just a pretend game because they don't want to admit that their games aren't up to par anymore. They've been effing around, and now they're finding out. Like
they've been recycling so much of their older, like they lucked out with the sports trend in video games, and then rather than making something new and good and interesting, they've just been like slobbering down on that thing, going, oh no, you don't get a choice. Like this is what you have to be into. You have to accept this. You have to like this. This is the content that you're going to play forever. Mwahahaha, and they laugh like a villain. It's like, oh, that's so gross on so many levels. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. So yeah, very messed up.
yeah, it's just they're literally just putting band-aids over a gaping wound, and they're gonna start sinking pretty fast if they don't get their shi together. They're literally everyone was like, oh, Dragon Age is their like Hail Mary. No, they're pinning everything on Mass Effect. They're literally I believe they're giving most creative freedom to the director of the new Mass Effect game, right? Like they're like hoping Mass Effect is going to save them. Yeah, I think he said that he had more creative freedom than whatever they did in Veilguard. I think he said that they weren't going to do whatever Veilguard did. God, I hate favoritism so much. Like, God, they killed my freaking favorite franchise. They killed my franchise because they don't even like fantasy. God, I hate that shit. Like, I hate it so much. Oh, save us, Mass Effect. So annoying. It's why Game Awards lost its relevance and nobody cares anymore. Yeah. It's so funny because like E3 was like, oh, E3's so corrupt and favoritism and stuff. Let's make our own awards. And then proceeds to do favoritism and backroom deals to like win awards and shit. Like, you're just a new E3. How about gamers themselves make their own like public, like, award show. Like, I'm so sick and tired of these like corporate stuff. Was it?
Yeah, the corpos.
The corpos.
Oh, it's not good. It's not good. Like these are some serious problems, and I don't know if we'll get the answer to them that we need to or not. So,
if they ruin, if they ruin Mass Effect any more than they already did, the last tiny shred of silver, of a sliver of hope for EA is gonna be gone. Yep, they lost their FIFA license, which literally was the golden goose keeping everything together and the lights on. They lost that. They literally fumbled the bag when it came to Dragon Age. And yeah, Mass Effect is literally their only hope to stay alive at this point. Yeah, it's the worst support. Dude, they even changed things around lore-wise in Mass Effect Andromeda. I don't know if they decanonized Andromeda or they said that there is still canon, but they put some certain things in Andromeda that I was like, I don't like where this is going. So I don't know. We might see it in Mass Effect 5. We'll see. I don't know. Ugh. I just had this weird thought that what if they made Mass Effect 5 into like an MMO RPG or like a live service like slop thing, and I was like, ugh, God. or like a stupid mobile game. You know how disappointed I was to find out that Game of Thrones King's Road was a freaking mobile game. I was so excited
Hmm.
because the trailer looked like it was going to be like a single player RPG. No, it's a freaking. And then the more I learned about the mobile game, I was like, damn, it would have been such a good single player RPG. Like I would have played that game, but no. God. Like I feel like RPG players get fed like maybe once or twice a year. That's what it feels like. But moving on to Borderlands 4. Yay! Let's talk about the Borderlands 4 controversy. Have you seen the controversy around Borderlands 4 side?
Randy and I have parted ways. We're no longer friends, and that's kind of sad.
Why? Oh, that's disappointing. Well, it turns out that Randy Pitchford, I believe his name is, uh,
Yep, that Randy. Yep.
he came out to say that Borderlands 4 is going to be $80. And real fans of Borderlands will find a way to pay that $80. That's the new. Don't you guys have phones? Don't you guys have wallets? Don't you guys have a bank account? Can't you guys pay a measly $80? Do you know what I can do with $80? That's like 2 weeks of gas right there. That's gas money. And maybe some lunch on the side. Like that's a lot. That's a lot of money. Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know, Randy Pitchford. What are you doing, sir? Sorry, my nephew was messing with my bookshelf. Anyways, $80 is a lot of money. It's not something to like sneeze at. Oh, hi, Lazy Clay Gamer. Welcome in. I haven't played Doom: The Dark Ages yet. I want to buy it, but I heard that the full game isn't on disc, which makes it a huge decision on whether I want to buy it or not. All EA has as their money maker is their casino sports game. They don't even have that. They don't even have that. They ended up losing the license, so they don't even have that. Even Blizzard's way better? Damn. Oh, I hope not. I haven't heard of the stuff besides the whole $80 thing. The only dev that can use the a real fan will find a way on me is Larian. Yeah, they deserve it. They deserve that trust. But yeah, someone said that the ever since Borderlands 2, the games have been going downhill. So, yeah, I kind of believe that. They did say that Borderlands 4 was going to be more darker and grittier, so I don't know, maybe it might be good, but $80, bro. $80, bro. Like the last was it Borderlands
If he
2
wants to charge,
wasn't
if he
even
wants to charge,
$80.
right, and if he wants to charge that, he is going to have to offer something absolutely stunning in like a full like a full like free to play under like level 10 or something like that. Like or like the first act is completely free because that's what Larian did. I mean, it wasn't super free, but it was like cheaper early access. You could play it, you could get it. So right before the game went live, you got in, you played Act One, you were like, "Wow, this is amazing." So that's what he's got to do, and if he doesn't do that, I think he's in for a world of hurt. And again, he's got one of the worst mouths in the entire business. He's got one of the worst mouths in the entire industry. He talks about stuff that he's not supposed to talk about, that he blames other people when it comes out, and he says stupid things about stupid and I used to feel for him. Like I used to stump for him. I used to be like, no, no, no. He's not the devil that everybody makes him out to be. He's got a good sense of humor. He's willing to like poke fun at himself. He was, but he also has just like he's got a bunch of problems, and then he tries to like pin those problems on other people. That's where he screwed up. Is that he likes to pin his own problems, his own messed up things, the things that he says, the things that he does He blames that on other people and then tries to make the problems go away with lawyers. And again, it's like this is a guy who was like they tried to cancel him, and we and a bunch of other people stuck up for him and said, "No, this isn't true. He's not this monster. Like, believe us." And then how did he repay us? Tried to sue a bunch of people. Like the people that were standing up for him,
Wow.
that were legitimately standing up for him, saying, "No, we're on your side." Like less than a year later, he's like, "You guys are the problem. We're going to destroy you." And guess what? All the people that they sucked up to, they're not their friends anymore. Like it's so dumb,
Yeah.
so dumb, so mean, so rude. Yeah,
How the cookie
not good.
crumbles.
That
He's
that's how
not.
the
He's.
company crumbles. I mean, they're not in a. I don't think they're in a bad way financially. Even if this game flops, I don't think they're going to get in that much trouble. Randy is quite rich. He bought one of the most amazing buildings in the United States. That is full of secrets and magic that is literally the literal like Hogwarts in real life. It's like it's freaking amazing. And yet again, what does he do with it? He doesn't really do anything with it. He just makes problems for people still and blames them for all the failings and all that stuff. And it's just like, can we please, dude, can you please just not stab people in the back? How about we start there? That would be kind of nice. But yeah,
Yeah.
no.
But him saying like you should find a way to pay for $80 for an $80 game that's probably not going to be even worth $80.
Yeah,
There was a massive backlash. There was huge massive backlash. No one liked what he said. Of course not. Why would anyone like what he says? No one likes $80 games to begin with. And he kind of tried to walk it back, but it's like, it's a little too late. You kind of put a bad taste in everyone's mouth after saying that. So it's like, good luck. Good luck with pre-orders and good luck with the release of the game now after you kind of shoved your foot up your own behinds. But yeah, hi Agnacarp, welcome in. Borderland prequel was still good, but was showing it was going down. Yeah.
Yeah, and again, it's like do not buy this game day one. Wait until the reviews come in from trusted, YouTubers and actual people who actually know how to play games,
Yeah.
and wait and see because this could be just an absolute horror field. Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
It could be a good game too. I'm not saying it's terrible. But we're not friends
How many?
anymore. Like
Yeah. Like
again,
how many times do I have to keep saying it? I would love to be proven wrong. Like I would love it for more games to be accessible to gamers. Like the quality is outstanding, the gameplay, the story. I would love that. I would love to be wrong. And you can shove it in my face all the time. I'll just go shove it in my face. Oh wait, that's not wrong. I'm sorry. Oh God, I'm sorry. But anyways, I would love to be wrong, okay? But they haven't proven me wrong yet, so I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting.
Oh my goodness.
I know the title says, but what are the topics for today and which are we at? We kind of went over Tainted Grail success and we talked about slightly is about censorship in gaming, but also like politics in gaming and stuff for a bit there. And we were talking about the $80 in the $80 games of Borderlands 4, and everyone's upset about it. And we talked about EA doing EA things. So yeah. Ain't no way I'm going to pay $80 for Borderlands. I paid at most, even within a year of release, was a $20 for one of their games. See, that's what I was saying. I don't buy AAA games on or near release anymore, and not even because of price. It's mainly because they're always bugged and near unplayable. Dude, do you remember that trend? I don't know if I think they still do it, where they like just released the game and then just patched up the bugs later. Like, they didn't even try to fix it before launch. No, they just fixed it. No, they launched it a broken mess, and we had to wait for them to fix it over time. Like, that is so annoying. He shoots you in the face, then blames you for not buying the game. Wow. Is accurate. Go buy it day 9,999 after I'm dead and put into a jar. Wow. Again with this conversation. Look, the pricing war is going to be a thing. Why are you acting like this is like a said and done thing? No, no one likes $80, but the corporates are still pushing the $80, and we're gonna have to keep fighting back against it. This is the new trend now. You're gonna have to get used to it. What's it? New games are gonna like freaking Mass Effect 5 is probably gonna be a freaking $80 game. I'm gonna be surprised if it's not, honestly. I would be like, EA trying to earn back player trust. I can't believe it. It's the day has finally come where they try to earn player trust. Like, do you know how crazy that is? That boggle my minds. I'd be like, oh my god, pigs are flying, because like, you know, such a out of pocket thing for EA to do. But yeah, like Jack's just like, he's like, ha, yeah, like it's so funny. Like, would they ever actually do that? I don't know. But yeah, pricing war is the current trend right now. Nintendo started it. Certain studios with integrity are gonna end it. Like, they just want to fail. Don't even get me started that the new head of Nintendo in America is a former EA executive. I don't know what his role was, but he used to work at EA, and everyone knows EA sucks. So yeah. When the $60 release games hit with the same feel as the 20 indie games used to, damn, Chris, damn, everyone's just coming in with all the burns today. No, I'm talking about the politics conversation. Oh, right. Well, good thing you missed it, okay? Good thing you missed it, alright? The only game I'm waiting to come out, is Mecha Break, since I like mecha games. You know, fair enough, yeah. Be back in a sec, okay. Goodbye, Rick. Goodbye.
Mecha Break is I have been having fun playing the beta. It is for what time I actually get, which isn't much. I think I've got, how much time do I have in Mecha Break? I have got, oh right, I left it on overnight, so it doesn't count. But it's like 20 hours, and it's like, yeah, I enjoy that game. It's pretty cool. So, and the mechs are like, I like the diversity of mechs. I think that they need obviously some more balancing, because there's some that are just really ridiculously overpowered. There's a bunch of mechs that you can spam like certain like super high damage, unavoidable attacks over and over and over again. It's like that kind of sucks. But yeah, it's a decent game. I like it.
That's good.
I'm playing so I'm playing that one. I'm also playing
Indie dubs. Indie dubs.
Where
I'm playing a Smoothie Yowie visual novel. If anyone was curious on what is Lady Reaver playing, that's what I'm playing right now. Off stream. I'm pretty sure Twitch would hit me with TOS if I did that. By the way, have you heard of the interesting news that Stellar Blade is rumored to be released on Switch 2 and Xbox Series X in the future? Why would I care about that? Wait, does Denuvo even work? Does it even work on Xbox or Switch?
It is definitely coming to those platforms, because they are the studio and Sony itself are having financial issues, so they need their games coming out on all platforms. And this is why the console war is over. Console war is over. Technically, sure, PlayStation won the console selling award, question mark. But as far as like who actually won, who's actually going to be like, making money for, the next 100 years, is probably like I'd say probably like for the long term, I'd say probably Nintendo, just because they're kind of like that.
Sorry, I need to
But
go to the restroom real quick, so I'm just gonna
oh
I'll
yeah,
be
go
right
go
with you.
ahead. Yeah. But as far as like games go, like Microsoft won it. Like, and again, they didn't win it by making the best games. They won it by putting their games on PC and putting the Steam game looks like the Steam platform on their Xboxes, going forward. Um, so it's like, yeah, that ended the war in a different way than I think most people were expecting. And again, it's like the whole argument the whole time was silly and stupid, and it was kind of dumb. And being locked into a console has really bricked us from being able to get out, explore, and actually play games in a unique and actual like proper way. We don't have that anymore in that way. Um, and I hope that limitation goes away. Like legitimately, I hope the limitation of like you can only play certain games on certain consoles and blah 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 blah. I want it to go away. I want it to go away so badly. I I I don't want us to move in the direction of streaming, only being able to stream products, only being able to stream games, not having an actual hardware. That's why I play on a PC. Like all this stuff is insane. It's always been insane. It's been crazy. We've been going down this weird circular route for a really long time, and it's been causing a lot of problems. And it's like for the love of God, please, can we please move in the right direction now? This is so bad. So yeah, that's a thing. Um, yeah, yeah, that's a thing. So let's see what else we got here. We've got um yeah, marathon delayed. Yes, marathon is going to be delayed 100%. Um they royally stepped in it. Here's the weird thing that if they didn't get caught stealing art, if they didn't get caught doing a bunch of this other like backhanded like not cool stuff, if they didn't get caught doing that, it would still be shipping and it would be a complete disaster. Now, is the game actually going to ever release? Like, are they actually going to release? I would say that I would be extremely shocked if they're going to release the game as is. If they release the game as is, meaning that they just clean up, their alpha stuff, they get into a beta build, they put the game out, it's like 95, 98% the same as it is now, just maybe like with more characters. They royally screwed up. Like I don't know who's running that show if this is the case. Because as is right now, it's like I don't know who's running this show over at Bungie, but whoever it is deserves to be fired because this is the like not only did they massively like just spiral this into oblivion for some stupid weird reason as far as the character's design went, but they've moved away from what makes Bungie games good and what makes Bungie games actually interesting, and they've slapped it onto this format of this gameplay that isn't really it's not what people want to do anymore, as far as like the mainstream. And I don't and again, it's like how you're going to drag people into it with just that ugly level of like character design is completely beyond me. um Blackberry Dr. Pepper. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll make sure she sees that message there, Drag. Yeah. Let me pull up. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Marathon is I think yeah, Marathon is done with. In the sense like I really think it's done with. I think that there's no way that they can release it as is. The feedback has been so negative on it, and they're just like, and again, it's like they've got one map. Like really, like you've got entire planets that you can go and explore almost, okay, with some limitations obviously in Helldivers 2.
We're whack.
Why on earth have you heard about Blackberry Dr Pepper? Drag
Yes, I've heard of it. I've never tried it.
drag is asking in the chat. So
Oh yeah, I've heard about it, but I've never tried it. Sounds good though. Sounds like
lazy, yes, lazy in the YouTube chat. No more exclusivity is a double-edged sword, because on one hand you don't have to buy the console for the PC games, but on the other hand, as we wait for his response, yes,
I mean
the
technically if there's no
exclusivity is
you just need to want to I mean at that point it just depends on like what you can afford cuz if we don't have any console wars anymore, then it's just about what you can afford, like what's at a reasonable price for you to buy if you don't make that much, and then if you can afford it, because it'll be just about was it like performance, what performs better.
competition between the consoles is not the competition between the consoles was never actually it was not driving the evolution of video gaming. 100% absolutely not. The consoles bricked us into a narrow band of technology for 25 years.
Apparently
Yes, we had
the time where we had good games for all platforms was when that they implemented games for the PC. Like all the
Mhm.
games were at their highest level because they wanted to show it on they wanted it to be available on the PC first. That was their mindset when game developers were making those games back in the day. They're like, we want the best games on PC, and
right.
then they came out for consoles second, and that was the best gaming generation ever. Because I mean, yeah, because like that's what I remember some people saying. I'm not that much of an old fart, and I wasn't playing games back in ye old day times, but that's what I heard. They were like the best games they ever got on console were implemented for PC in mind first, and then like being implemented for the console came second. Like, and yeah, but yeah, and you can even see that like was it consoles really restrict games, because I think the main example for this I can use is that Larian with Baldur's Gate 3 had to really kind of downgrade their game for a little bit for PlayStation, but a lot of bit for freaking Xbox. And everyone's like, what's taking so long for Baldur's Gate 3 to be available on the Xbox? Xbox implemented a rule that in order for the game to be sold on their platform, it had to run on all Xbox or all at like still surviving Xbox consoles. Like not the 360, but like the Xbox Series S, Xbox Series X. Like it had to run on all consoles that were like still being supported around this time. And Larian was saying how hard it was to try and get the game on the Xbox Series S, I believe. I think that one's the more criticized of like having such very bad uh performance issues. Like no one people kept like memeing on how bad it was. But having Larian take months, and I'm not talking about like, oh, a couple months. No, it took like 5 months, like almost 6 months for them to try to figure out how to get, uh, it took them a while to figure out how to get Baldur's Gate 3 onto Xbox. And they're trying so hard, and they finally were able to do it. But it's just a good example of like how far behind performance wise some of these consoles are. Like I'd like, if I had to take a guess, I'd say PlayStation was more closer to being up to par with PC games. Like I'd say PlayStation, like hardware and software wise is performance wise
Mhm.
is more close to PC. Xbox is behind. Let's just admit that. But not that it matters because Xbox has officially stopped making any any hardware for the foreseeable future and is only focusing on making games, allegedly. And that so far that's not going so well because they're making very risky decisions that have not been going well at all. Like they've been buying studios left and right, and some of the products that they've been pushing out haven't really been that good. And then when they have been good, they made the stupid decision to disband the studio that made a game that was so well it won like a lot of awards at the Game Award. Like who? Anyways, but yeah, Xbox making like dumb decisions, and yeah, we're just waiting to see. Wait, what are we talking about? How did we get here? How did we get here? I was rambling. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, console wars. Anyways,
Yeah.
but yeah, we're just we're just watching Xbox do its thing, I guess. I don't know if it's a good thing or
I
not.
did cover the I covered the marathon thing, so yeah,
Mommy.
Oh
we
yeah,
should chat about that.
apparently even the devs are like, have you seen the interviews with the devs? They look
Yeah,
so
it
done.
was
They look so tired. They're like, when will
at
it
this
end? Just let it end.
at this point just abandon the work on it. Take what you can from the game, which isn't going to be much, and just start building something new and different, and not an extraction shooter. Not a session based extraction shooter, for the love of God. Like unless you're willing to like add a lot of PvE to it and make it like campy and fun and patriotic like Helldivers,
Oh, don't get me started on the
you're
controversy with
gonna run
Helldivers.
into a wall. Yeah, no, I mean Helldivers has their issues too, mostly because of Sony again for some
Yeah.
weird reason. It's like they're allergic to money and success. It's like, yeah, I think it would probably be best if they just stopped. Like, yeah, that's probably for the best. Yeah, just stop. Just stop. You're not helping yourself.
You don't want
You're not doing something useful.
you want some
Ugh.
you don't want some Liberty Reeve. I mean, it's not. I don't have a problem with Helldivers the game. I just have a problem with, as Saib said earlier, just
They're
Sony. You know,
publisher.
like they like, and plus there were some people under the devs employ that said some
I
things that
still
incited some anger in the community. So it's like there were some hiccups here and there, but I'm Helldivers is a good game. There's a reason why people are loyal and dedicated to it for a reason. And for
I
some
still
reason,
cannot play that damn game because of the stupid things that they have with the de novo, the freaking that stuff, the kernel level like anti-cheat stuff. It's a PvE game. Who cares if people cheat? Like, yes, obviously they've got the missions and the open story and all that kind of stuff. It's like you're fighting the wrong battle here. I'm sorry, but you're fighting the wrong battle. Like, for the love of God, please stop. But yeah, well,
yeah,
yeah,
I don't really have an opinion on it because I don't really play it that much. But if we're talking about cheaters and Marvel Rivals comp, then we have there's like cheaters everywhere in Marvel Rivals comp, and I'm sick and tired of it. Marvel Rivals need to like hardware ban all these freaking cheating a-holes, like for real. Like they should start hardware banning
yeah,
because all they do is
yes,
just make new
because
accounts, and it's just annoying.
yeah. Well, it's and that's like and that kind of level cheating is like obviously that's hard and there's a problem. There's like what to do with it, and I don't think we'll get the answer to that until we get like some kind of like until we get cardinal. If you know if you're a big like sci-fi / reader / anime, and then like high tech stuff, we need Cardinal AI. Once we get the Cardinal AI, that will take care of all of the cheating and things will be way more interesting.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, it's gonna obviously it's gonna be a while before we can get that. That's for sure.
Yeah. Reasonable pricing is $40 to me. Yeah, that seems very, very reasonable. Honestly, that's very fair. I wish we could go back to that, but not all gaming studios want to do that. Nintendo N64, PlayStation 1, GameCube is when it all started. Yeah, and then the PC Master Race came in and they're like, ha, filthy peasants. They fight among themselves, but we are superior. Oh, God. So you admit you're an old fart? No, I'm not that old. It's just I've always had gaming consoles in my life. It's just my brothers were older than me, so they were like playing video games, and I just grew up with gaming stuff around me. But I never partook in the hobby until I was like 18, and I was making money from my dead end job, and I was like, what should I spend my money on? And then I was like, I should do gaming stuff. And then yeah, that's where it all started. Anyways, the Series S shot Xbox in the foot big time. Yeah, that's true. Cyberpunk 77 still bricked lots of PS4s. Thank you. At least I'm a huge hater of Cyberpunk 77. I'm trying not. I was trying not to. I was trying to give it a fair shake, but honestly, just remembering all the shit that CDPR did during marketing and after launch, it just really peeved me off. So I'm just a hater of Cyberpunk
Another
77.
another game, yeah, another game I've never been able to actually finish because it is in first person, and I get such bad motion sickness with it. And again, it's like I'm not demanding special treatment. I'm just asking for like, is it so hard? Is it legitimately so hard that we can't add, multiple perspectives? Like explain to me why this is difficult. Like
Ooh.
you're already building the models outside, and yeah, it's like, well, if we build it so that it's first person, it saves us like 5% of the time. But then we can never turn it into third person because you're not actually playing in an actual three-dimensional universe. It's like, do you hear yourself speak? Like, do you hear yourself speak? Like really,
Yeah.
really? Oh my god! Like why?
Marathon devs are begging for the mercy of an old Yeller ending. Yeah, some of the devs have like given up because Bungie isn't what it used to be, and a
Yeah.
lot of people point out that gaming studios are forcing game devs to make games that game devs don't want to make. Like they game devs specifically get into game creation because they want to make stories to come to life. They want to make an actual quality experience for gamers. But then you have these corporate heads who say, no, microtransactions, live service, that's all that matters. Make these sloppy games and you have to because we pay your paychecks. And yeah, it's just really sad because you have all these passionate artists who want to put their own stuff out into the world, and then corporate greed just holds them back. Not that they're greedy, but like greedy executives hold them back creatively, is what I meant.
Yeah. No, I get you. I get you.
I know.
And and it is
I'm trying to like clear it up for others because some people like don't understand what I say the first time, so I have to be clear about what I say sometimes. But yeah, uh, I'm I'm mad at Helldivers because they gave us a cowboy theme war bonds, but no cowboy hats. How dare they cancel them right now? What?
cowboy hats.
Oh, sorry.
People complain about them, but yeah, they're all kinds of good stuff.
I'm
They're all kinds of good
I'm
stuff.
upset that we can't put a freaking a bridle. Is that what you call those things you put on horses? You can't put a bridle on one of the bugs and ride it ride it over the horizon. Like why can't we do that? What you're
That
saying?
would be funny.
That'd be
It
so
would
cool.
generally be very
There
funny.
is one clip where like a bug bugged out. Get it? Anyways, a bug bugged out, and the guy climbed on its back and he started riding it, riding it through the game. That was great. What you're saying? Using AI to actually help the consumer rather than steal their work and screw them over will help. I mean, yeah, even Larian was talking about using AI to help with like all the grunt work stuff. And they're not doing it in a predatory way. They're just using AI to do the work not even like the lower tier people want to do. Like it's like cleaning up code and stuff like that. Like very very minimal basic stuff. So you admit you're old hag? How dare you? Can we get a ban for Drac and Chris? Can we get a ban, please? Yeah, don't forget Reaver doesn't know what
uh,
updates for games are. Wink, wink. Can we get a ban for Agnicarp too? Can we just like can we ban these guys? They're outstaying. They're welcome.
funny.
The game was running for me on first day, no problems or any bugs. I patched my drivers and all, but then seen people complain that did not patch or did anything having shoddy experience, and they patched and broke the game for me. Oh, are you talking about Cyberpunk? Like, it worked for me. It worked for me. It's just ban. How dare you? Why are you trying to ban me? Oh, thank you for the bits, Chris. What do you mean you're banning me? What do you mean? Why are my mods banning me? I'm one of the hosts. What do you mean? Why are you trying to ban me? What did I do? Why are you booing me? I'm right. Why are you booing me? I'm right. Devs, the game worked for me. I'm just saying it was just a very mediocre experience. And they're like, oh my god, Cyberpunk is so great. And it's like, it was okay. It was an okay experience. Devs getting fed up and leaving to do their own thing is how we got Expedition 33. Exactly. Indies all the way, baby. Like, seriously, down with corporate. Rise up indies. Back in my day, games had different perspectives without any updates, as you had the full game on release. I know, right? They didn't have to do day one patches and stuff like that. Careful, Drag. Next, you're gonna talk about something horrifying like feature complete. God damn it.
This is so true. It's sad. Oh, it is so sad.
Because we
It's
can.
so sad.
Revolt, get rid of taxes. How dare you? You gotta pay your yaoi tax like everyone else. Indies also have their own problems. Not the feet. Wait, it says eat chat, not step on chat. We're not. Don't eat my feet. I ain't eating feet. That's not what's happening right now. Scythe for president. Jesus Christ. What are we talking about again? Oh, right. How one update ruined this gacha game's reputation. The Infinity Nikki controversy. Okay. I know this was a lot more.
Nikki.
This was a lot more.
Which one's that one?
It's like the really pretty pink-haired cute game.
Oh, okay, yeah, like the hyper girl game with the dresses
Yeah,
and the outfits and all
yeah.
that stuff. Yeah.
Very, very casual, very very relaxing game. Very feel-good game. Oh crap, I forgot about, hold on, let me pull it up. Anyways, I was just curious. I literally just stumbled over the video, but then I've heard some whispers around the internet about Infinity Nikki, something going on with Infinity Nikki. I was like, okay. There's like some weird update controversy. I was like, okay. And then I found the video and it said how one update ruined everything. I was like, you know what? I'm curious. Let me see what's going on with Nikki. Oh my god, did I get a lot of info. I got a lot of info. It was very, very interesting. So, The game comes out. It is so cute. Everyone's having a good time. It's very casual, very whimsical. Everyone's having fun playing the game. You get cute little outfits and you get like cute little companions and you get play these little platformer games and you just start collecting all these cute little poses and dresses and like you're just having a grand old time. It's just a nice relaxing game. And then they start introducing heavier
Micro,
microtransactions.
microtransactions. I called
No,
it.
no, they had no. They had microtransactions. It just heavier. It's a gotcha game, so you're gonna have to pay for pulls, right?
Mm,
You're gonna have to pay
yeah,
for
yeah.
in-game currency, and you're gonna have pulls for like different outfits and different poses and stuff like that, and different companions. The microtransactions got even worse. So instead of getting the outfit like straight
Shocker.
up, you have to pull for individual pieces of the outfit. So you had to pull for
Yes, yeah.
a glove set for one outfit. You have to pull for socks for a
And
dress
let me
that
guess.
doesn't even
Let
show
me
the
guess.
legs.
Let me guess. Are you can't use you can't use any of those pieces of the outfit until you have all of the outfit.
I don't know about that, but it would not surprise me.
Oh, okay.
It would not surprise me if they did that. But
Wouldn't surprise. Well, absolutely would not surprise me either.
damn, they actually, oh god, they did one thing that was actually kind of revolutionary where like if you have multiple of one pull, like you they like save it for like you having a higher chance of getting that pull. Like if you get the same multiple pull, you get more of a higher chance of getting like the actual set, if you know what I mean. Like I don't know, they did something
Mm-hmm.
revolutionary with the multiple pull thing, and I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. But there was one huge update that they did to the game. Oh boy, it's so great, guys. Okay, this is where the community just imploded on itself because everyone was screaming. Okay, so how I said it was like, a cutesy game where a girl who was like who loved cute outfits got sucked into a wardrobe and she comes into this fantasy world where it's just like all cute and stuff. Apparently there was supposed to be an update where there was supposed to be co-op in the game, and then like it was supposed to like add more story to the game as well and like add more outfits and stuff. Like it was supposed to be like a really big update. To the shock of the community, they did the huge update, but it totally retconned the story so far and it left people baffled because they ended up,
Confused.
yeah, they left it. Okay, so you know how I said they took this humble girl who like got sucked into a magical wardrobe and ended up in this cute little fantasy world? Well, they retconned it that like there's this new character now, not the same Nikki, but like a different Nikki. And then she's talking to this random character, and like the character is like a goddess of this like multidimensional world and stuff. And apparently, it was supposed to be like some kind of like story tie-in of why there's two Nickies in one world, like for the co-op thing. But then people are like, that was kind of unnecessary. They didn't need to have a story reason to have two people in the game. Like they ruined the whole game. They ruined the whole story of the main game.
Yeah, they ruined
Just
it.
to
They ruined it. Yeah.
yeah, and then people were saying that the writing wasn't even that good. Like the writing wasn't great, and they were just referencing things no one understood what they were freaking talking about. Like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
the Gamma Star is coming closer, and we have to get to Persephone in order to stop the Gamma
This
Star.
is
But the Gamma Star
this
is
sounds
hidden behind the
it
gates of Astrophil, and we need to find the keys for Astrophil, and we need also
oh my
gain
god.
Persephone, but we also need the aqua filler bullshit MacGuffin, but we can't get it without the access to Apollo,
They
and it's
must
like, what the fuck are you
they must
talking
have
about?
hired they
What are
must
you
have
talking?
hired like the most recent they must have hired like They must have hired somebody from that. Oh bloody hell! What is it called? That wrote the latest Star Wars.
Jesus, like it was so bad. Like the
It's so terrible. It's
like
so bad. It's clearly just
do you
garbage,
know
but they're just like, nope, nope, this works.
do you know what was the
This is
worst
what we're
part?
doing.
Oh yeah. Do you know what the worst part was? The cutscenes look amazing. That's the worst of it. Is that the cutscenes look so freaking good and they look so amazing and they look so beautiful. But that's not like okay, yeah, they retconned the story. Like, is that really the controversy
Mhm.
Reaver? No, that was just the beginning. That was just the beginning. So what happened was
It's gonna get a lot worse, judging from what they've done, judging from the type of people that they have in charge.
yeah, like
Clearly, they're
so with this update, they implemented they implemented oh my god, the game broke, okay? The game shattered
Mhm.
to pieces. As in, it does not work anymore. Like, you run into bugs all the time now. You can't even play the base game. Like, wait, I can't remember. Did they, like, I can't remember if they rewrote, like, the base game and then you played the second game, or if they, like, totally, like, shoved out the original story and then now you have to go through this BS second story plot line. And then you have to go through this like you get stuck in the tutorial, and if you don't get through the tutorial then you won't be able to play the game. So some people are just constantly stuck in the tutorial and they can't proceed any further. And then people who do make it through the tutorial, you have to do certain things in order to get cutscenes, because if you don't do those things and if you don't get the cutscenes, you can't progress through the story. So some people have run into bugs where they don't get the cutscenes, and because they don't get the cutscenes, they can't progress any further through the game. And then there's people who fall through the map, and then there's people who hover above the map, and there's people who can't even like generate their character right because it just phases through. And some people, there was recently a controversy where people have lost their pulls to the point where they are negative 19,000 in-game currency.
Mm.
And
Well,
I
typically,
thought they did that on purpose, because then like if you're negative like
yeah,
200,000, that means you have to pay so much money in order to get back to zero. Do you know what I mean? I thought
yeah.
they did
Well,
that on
and
purpose, but apparently that's a common bug with gotcha games. Like, it has happened before. So
some of them, yeah.
yeah,
It's a bug. It's also a feature because sometimes what happens is like if there's an exploit that you're able to get that allows you to like you pull like 10,000 times and you get like all these cool characters. Then they brick your account by going, okay, you pulled this stuff. We're not going to remove your characters or whatever, but you're just going to be at like minus 19,000 gems. And so you're going to have to spend like 15 grand to get out of that hole to afford to ever be able to pull ever again. And oh yeah, we just released this new character that is so good that it makes all of the other existing characters look like absolute garbage and trash and are unusable. It's like that happens a lot. So yeah,
oh
it's
yeah.
it's
Remember how I said they
yeah,
wanted to implement co-op? It doesn't even work. So there's that. Yeah.
shocker again,
I'm trying to.
again shock.
Yeah. So, and I think people have been asking for fixes to no reply. So yeah, they're review bombing the game now because no one's listening to them. So yeah,
Again, shocker.
yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on with Infinity Nikki. So yeah, as far as I know, there may have been some bits here and there I may have forgot about, but that's what I remember off the top of my head. But yeah, it was so fascinating. I was like, oh my god, I didn't realize how bad things were until someone made a video about it. But yeah, I thought it was very interesting because I've never heard of such a massive, I wouldn't say attack. It was a massive controversy hit a gotcha game before. All I hear is like nothing but praise when it comes to gotcha games.
I mean, they like there's been lots of controversy in the game in these
Yeah,
games
fair,
before, but
fair enough.
yeah, it's a little like different when it hits like this.
Jesus. Sorry, I'm just catching up on chat. Very pretty pink hair came. It doesn't very narrow it down much. Okay, so there was a. Fine. Let me see if I can pull up a trailer and then just show you guys a little bit of it. No,
But as far as the story writing goes, this is not the first time I have seen some company just absolutely like put their head into a blender when it comes into like writing story. It's like we see this in video games, we see this in shows, we see this and stuff. It's somebody who's like, oh man, there's such a good it's such a good Family Guy scene where Brian writes a novel overnight, and trust me, I have been there. I have been in the place where I wake up and I'm like, did I just do a Brian? Like, that's what I thought when I was first writing my new series. It's like, did I just write a Brian? Did like I came up with everything, like just like so many ideas and I'm like, did I just pull a Brian? Like, am I crazy? Is this actually going to work? And then, actually going through it, so many of you are supporting it. It's like, yes, it is actually pretty good. And it's been about refinement. And for the past like 2 years, I've been refining and refining and refining the story and getting it into a place where it's actually like really, really good. So yeah, I didn't pull, but that's something that happens to people. And you have to be so very, very careful as a creator that you're not pulling that like crazy bender of like doing things that just you're not like just it's just not realistic. You should not be doing it, that kind of stuff.
yeah.
Yep, fun stuff.
Reaver's just upset she can't see the feet. Wow. Okay. I am not a feet person personally, but
I don't so I know where the whole feet thing comes from a psychological perspective, um and I just find it weird.
I thought it was because like there was a wire crossing your brain.
Nope. No, it's actually really simple. It's so when you're if you really love your caretaker, or your parents, basically, if you really love your parents and you're a toddler and you're chasing their feet all day, you associate their feet because that's all you're seeing when you're crawling around on the floor at like a year and a half. That's all you see, but you associate those feet with like care and love. And this is why it's
Oh,
important to get your kids walkers and to like entertain them with more than just letting them run around, on the floor
yeah.
chasing after your feet. Yeah.
Aha.
And also wear damn socks in the house. Like come on, let's not be monsters here. Wear some socks in the house. Anything to like, not reinforce that, please and thank you.
Yeah.
Uh
Also, it's not surprising that after all the backlash, Marathon got delayed, and that's all I have to say about that. Uh, and it might get canceled. Who knows? Oh yeah.
I'm betting it's getting canceled.
Yeah. So Mortal Kombat 1 has officially stopped being updated. Like the devs came out and said we're not making any more new content for Mortal Kombat 1, and fans are thankful. They're like thank God because was it they have heavily monetized the shit out of this game, and people were pissed. Like characters that were already supposed to be in the game sold as separate DLC. Game was it characters that were promised to be in the game took months for them to release it, and I'm not talking about a couple months, I'm talking about like 5 months. It took forever for them to release the characters into the game, and even if they did, it was behind obviously a big cash, god darn it, a big price tag is what I meant. Like and then I don't think they Oh yeah, and they said that they promised some heroes, but some
That's
of the
crazy. I'm really shocked. I gotta say, I'm really shocked. Congrats on these guys in some way for keeping a game that was made in 1992 updated. Like that takes some real serious effort. And
Yeah.
I think that just we got to stop for a second and say, hey, you know what, guys? Keeping the game updated since 1992. Oh dear. Oh, oh, my bad. I see what I've done here. I've confused Mortal Kombat from 1992 with Mortal Kombat 2011. Okay,
Uh,
I see. I see. Because they named the game the exact same thing.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Now we know. Now we know. Not updating a 30-year-old game, updating a like a 14-year-old game with microtransactions.
Yep.
Okay, right.
I'm
Gotcha.
not done yet. So they also wanted to introduce heroes, but they weren't part of the DLC pack. No, they're just part of a combo set. So they introduced this new thing where it's like you can have an assist from a different character. And they said, "Oh, the only time you're gonna see this character is during assist." So it's like they're not even actually like fully in the game, and you can't really play as them. And then they hid certain fatalities behind paywalls. They also
Hold on. Hold up a second. Wait a second. I see what I've done here again. I have confused Mortal Kombat from 1992 and Mortal Kombat 2011 with Mortal Kombat 2023, which is called Mortal Kombat 1. So there's Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 1, and then Mortal Kombat 1. I, I see, this is my mistake, guys. I'm sorry. Turns out we're not talking about the same thing. This is, in fact, the game that's like 2 years old and is riddled with microtransactions because, of course, they wouldn't keep Mortal Kombat from 2011 concurrent. Sorry, my keep going. My bad.
and that's as far as I remember. I'm pretty sure they also there was like a laundry list of things that they put behind a paywall. But yeah, people are finally no longer getting updates on Mortal Kombat 1. They're moving on to different project, guys. Let's hope it's just as monetizable as
Let's hope they
Mortal
don't name
Kombat
it
1.
Mortal Kombat 1. It's like, guys, please. I mean, for the love of God, please. Can we just, like, use your brain? Fucking
Yeah.
idiots. Oh my God. Oh, this is dumbest. How do people support this kind of stuff? And yes, I haven't played Mortal Kombat in a very, very long time. And yes, 100%. I think 10 was probably their better one. Um, I think they've moved away. It's also like I wish they had kept it like gen like genuinely. I wish they had moved away from like the high res stuff. I can't take the blood and guts. Like it's way
Mm.
too realistic. There's way too like the combat isn't realistic. It's like, hey, I just shattered your spine and your skull. It's okay, man. I'm still in this fight. Like, no, no, no. I saw an X-ray. I shattered your brain. Like you're like, no, 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 it's a flesh wound. I'm totally okay. It's like it's so that part is unrealistic, obviously. Not but the gore, the guts, like the over like there's something to be said about keeping like gore in video games like cartoony and unrealistic when they're like doing these things and some of the devs on these games have had to like go in for like counseling and mental trauma because they're just designing like body parts getting like smashed and dissected in so many ways. It's like I don't think I really honestly think that they probably should just keep it should have kept it cartoony. I think that's yeah.
Um,
That's my 2 cents. I could be wrong.
I mean, people said they developed trauma and PTSD after doing research
Hmm.
for the game
Yeah.
for a reason. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's not great. It's not fun work, but they were doing their best when it came to the gamers until they hid it behind a paywall. But yeah,
Yeah.
the devs were doing I can't say God's work. They were doing the devil's work, trying to entertain us. But anyways,
And
um,
they did shy away from like making like like hyper sexy characters. It's
oh yeah,
like guys, like If it's
Yeah, that's like a
if it's
weird.
unrealistic, like yeah,
Haven't you noticed that's like a weird trend? Oh, hyper realistic gore scenes, but when it comes to sexualizing women, that's too far. That's too much. Like is a weird morality here.
it's
But
so bizarre. It's so
um
weird.
so there's a weird update that I found. Apparently an OF model was admitted to a hospital because she wasn't doing well after a 583 challenge.
Do we want to talk about this? I don't know, but let's talk
I'm
about
just
this.
saying,
I
that was a thing that I saw, and we all know. We all know.
it's I like
Katana
I feel
Solo's
I feel
bad as
I
fuck.
feel I feel sorry for her. I feel sorry for her. In one way, I like that's like wow. In another way, and then in another way, it's sort of like, girl, we need to talk. We got to talk. You've gone a little too far here. Like, I mean, we need to get you
Uh,
some help. I'm,
yeah, it's
you know,
just it's yeah. I knew things were gonna go downhill after that 100 challenge. So it's like, oh boy, everyone has to one up each other on OF. But yeah,
mhm.
hypers. I mean, it just somehow aligns with the topic we were talking about a little bit. But anyways, hypersexual men, sure thing. Gamers, hypersexual women, no thanks. Unlike you, Reeve, I like women for more than their bodies. Well, wow. I can't believe. You think I don't like people for their personalities? I mean, their attractiveness is a bonus, but if they're a good person at heart, like I like their personalities. Maybe a little bit. I don't know. I read dark romance, so I don't know. I don't know if that's a true statement. Uh wait, what was it? Along with Magic the Gathering 2 nowadays. Oh yeah, Magic the Gathering. Mistake, quote unquote. What do you mean by mistake, quote unquote? Injustice 3, let's screw this game over. Oof. Mortal Kombat 1. Me when the game where people shoot ice out of me when the game me when the game where people shoot ice out of their hand doesn't make the characters immediately die in a mechanic that doesn't make them. Wow, okay. Uh yeah, I heard it all, boo. Wow, okay. Wow. You know, whatever. I don't have to defend myself. Apparently Elden Ring is getting a live action film. I don't know how they plan to make that
So I've
into
heard.
I don't know how they're gonna make that into a live action story, but apparently they are. Uh, yeah, we kind of already talked about Tainted Grail. It's doing pretty well. Uh, is it early access or no? I think it's fully released, right? No, it's early access. Never mind. It's available for early access, I think. But yeah, it's doing pretty well. People are liking it, and apparently the story's like well written, and it's just was it a dark retelling of Arthur, King Arthur, and the Knights of the Round Table. It's just a darker retelling, and it's like actually, it's not like bad writing. It's actually good, decent writing, and yeah. And was it? Oh, it. I think someone said it doesn't like tell you which side is morally right than the other. It just leaves it up to like more. It's like very morally gray, and it's up to the player to decide like who they think is in the right or not and stuff like that in this dark war or whatever that's going on. I don't know. I haven't played the game yet, but yeah, it seems pretty interesting. Are you interested in playing Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon?
I I've been I've been watching it a little bit, and it looks genuinely looks interesting.
Uh,
Um,
the three
is
G's of gaming: gamble, goon, greed. Jesus. Uh,
um My only question was, which I think it is, but I haven't been able to like actually like figure out. It's like, is this actually like genuinely like first person or like third person as well as first person? That's the only thing I can't figure out, because whenever I'm looking at anybody playing it, they're always playing it in first person mode, even though I see them, in the pictures, I see them on horses and stuff like that. But like, it's one of those weird things where I'm not sure how this works. Maybe what I'll do is I'll download the demo because it's available, and I'll just play the demo, and we'll see. So that's what that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm gonna start downloading the demo, and then we'll see. So that will answer
Sorry,
that problem for me.
sorry, Lazy Play Gamer on YouTube. Sorry. Please correct me on this, but isn't Infinity Nikki also controversial for replacing one of their voice actors with an AI? I don't know if that's
Highly
true.
likely, highly likely, in my experience, highly likely. I would say that is
I don't
quite
I don't remember that.
possible.
Yeah, I don't know if the guy in the video covered that. I don't know if that was a thing. Maybe he mentioned it briefly, but he decided not to talk about it. Uh, or maybe I'm confusing that controversy for another free to play game. Maybe it happened. I don't know. I don't remember. Mortal Kombat to me died after Mortal Kombat 10. In fact, seeing how greedy Warner Brothers have gotten over the years, I kind of knew Mortal Kombat would be published in a greedy way after Injustice 2. Yeah, not surprising. I feel like a lot of fighting games have like microtransacted the heck out of everything. Street Fighter 6, I believe. God, that was such a scummy way that they did that. They like released Street Fighter 6, and for the first 2 weeks everyone was happy because it was during the height of the trend of microtransactions. And they're like, "Oh my god, it has no microtransactions." Then they waited 2 weeks for reviews to come out and it's like praising the shit out of it. And then bam, microtransactions everywhere. And it's like, wow, okay. What a scummy way to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, GTA 6 publisher Take-Two has reportedly removed woke references to diversity and inclusion from its latest
Yes,
annual report.
saw that. Saw that today.
Now,
Um,
it
I
begs
I
the
hate
question, is since they're pulling back on the woke stuff, is there going to be woke stuff still in the game?
so
Or is it just a PR
I
stunt?
I hate to dunk on people, not dump on people. I don't dump on people either. Well, that's up for debate. I hate to dunk on this. I don't. I really do. But this is a reminder that these companies were never your friends. They were only doing this because they thought that you would give them more money than the other people that they were making angry. They don't actually care about morality. If tomorrow they found out they could make $1 trillion by running a bunch of steam machines over top of an army of kittens, they would do it, and they would find some way to explain how this was clearly the best option for like for their bottom line. They would come up with some kind of more, well, really, it's about cat control. It's about this. It's about that. It's like all the absolute garbage that they stump out. So yeah, don't ever think that these people are on your side. They're not on your side. What is wrong with you? They're not your buddy. They're not your friend. They're not your guy.
Wow, who
So
could have
yeah,
foreseen
I
that
I think
the company
the
prioritized
giant
live
mega
service
corporations.
who prioritize live service and microtransaction everything in their constantly online multiplayer game. And I don't know if they added transactions in Grand Theft Auto 5, but that I wouldn't put it past them. But yeah,
Right.
they
And I'm not and for the record, I'm not dunking like on just exclusive these people. I'm dunking on the corporations, because the people who are celebrating this and they're going, "Yes, finally Tencent is getting back to real game." No, they're not. Tencent is a company whose primary goal is to separate you from your money as fast as possible in whatever way they possibly can. They are not your friend. They're not your buddy. You might think, "Oh yeah, we're winning the culture war." No. No, this corporation hates you too. They hate everybody. They only care about money. They want to make as much money as they can, and if it takes pushing you, your grandma, or a billion kittens off a cliff, they will do exactly that because that's what gets them interested because it's not. And for the record, this isn't real capital. Like, this isn't traditional capitalism. Traditional capitalism is that you pay the highest wages that you can, you make the best product that you can, you provide the best service that you can at the cheapest price that you can. That's the core concept of it. This whole, like, yeah, well, let's buy up Toys R Us, and then we're gonna sell Toys R Us's land to a sister company that we own. The sister company is then going to charge Toys R Us an arm and a leg to keep their building on the property that we just stole from them. And then we're going to leverage the company in a way that when it goes bankrupt, we'll make a ton of money, and then we'll just, and then we'll dance on the fact that we don't have to pay people's like pensions and like paychecks anymore. And then we're going to go and we're going to destroy another company by doing this exact same way. That's a very like shoddy memory of like what exactly this company did that took over Toys R Us, but that is what happened. And that's the kind of like insanity that we're facing here. It's like, guys, for the love of God, like, please, like, stop assuming that these companies are your friend, your buddy. They're not. Stop it. So, are they going to come out with better stuff? It's Tencent. It, they're tied at the hip to one of the most evilest regimes in the world. I really don't think we can count on them for doing anything worth any level of substance at all. Don't trust mega corporations. Oh, please don't. So
Lazy.
that's my rant. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You get rants too. I rant all the time, so it's like you need to rant too sometimes. Lazy Clay Gamer, I think, makes a really good comment. Here's the thing. I don't mind games being progressive. It's how developers go about it is what I have an issue with. And honestly, most gamers actually agree with you. Like,
Yeah.
they don't care about being progressive. They don't like most of the most popular characters in gaming in some cases were of part of the LGBT community. Like, they were very progressive characters, especially for their time. The problem is
And
what how devs and corporations have gone about just shoving it down your throat. Like they're like,
mhm.
if you don't like this, you're a bigot. Like, they go to the extreme, and it's like, whoa, calm down. But it's like, but they like come at you with like hostility, like armed and ready, and you're like, whoa, they're like us, or you're gonna get it. And it's like, whoa, chill out. Like, whoa, like, I was an ally, but now you're making me really think things like that. They're like so aggressive about it
Yeah.
that it's like it's a turn
And
off. Most
and
people
again,
don't
just
really
just
care. Like, they don't care if you're gay,
yeah,
they don't care if you're trans, don't really care. Is they're like, just do you. It's fine, it's whatever. But it's when they
and just
became uber
reiterating,
aggressive that was just, yeah.
right, and just reiterating again. I really need to reiterate this. The You want to talk about progressive concepts and ideas again? Metal Gear Solid, like, pointing out the military industrial complex's evil nature used to be really progressive. Right now, it's not progressive. It's viewed as some kind of weird, crazy right-wing conspiracy. And how we've gotten there, like, how did we get there? How did we go from like wholesale industrial warfare is bad to, you know, Raytheon really does need their like extra $1 trillion in the budget this year. I mean, come on, guys. Like, We've got to figure out how to kill all of the humans on the planet as quickly as possible. What could possibly go wrong? Hey, let's give AI a bunch of access to these nuclear weapons. Like again, it's like, oh man, you can't write this level of stupidity in fantasy and science fiction without being called an absolute idiot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like the weird, it's just the weird manipulation and the like gaslighting, and it's like you
Mhm.
like there's a reason why people don't like this stuff is because like they were fine with it up until you started like taking arms against gamers and then just blatantly saying you hate gamers. And it's like, then why are you here? And it's like, and then as you said, like with Sweet Baby Inc., they like openly admitted that they were like trying to purposely ruin games. Like it's just crazy stuff, dude. There's a reason why no one likes it, especially in the gaming community. Is because they're like intentionally ruining games for gamers because they hate gamers. And it's like, why are you here then? Like, I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird stuff. I think they are not well. A sane person
No.
wouldn't push a game off just because of woke. Yeah. Yeah. There's this one guy I know. He refuses to play Baldur's Gate 3 because he believes that there's like woke elements in the game. And I was like, that's fair enough. That's his
Is he one of
opinion.
the bear conspiratorialists? It's
Like,
like
that's his opinion.
I heard a dude. He's like I'm not gonna play that game. It's like why not? It's a really great game. Oh, it's because they support bestiality. It's like
What?
oh
What?
oh the bear scene. It's
Oh, the
like
bear.
yeah they want me to like go out in the bush and make love to a bear. And
They
I'm like
don't want you to do that. It
but
was just
no,
a gag. It
it's an
wasn't.
option in the game. He's like, no, no, it's not in the game. They're trying to make me do this in in reality. It's like,
If
oh, you're a
anyone,
crazy person. Gotcha. Right.
if
Okay.
anyone,
I got it.
never mind. Okay. Well, yeah. I was like, if anyone actually tried that, like IRL, they deserve to be, you know, bears maul for reasons. So I'm just saying, like, there's a reason why you shouldn't mess with bears. But anyways, yeah, like that's just like I said, like people don't want to play Baldur's Gate 3 because it has some woke elements in it, but it's like I played the game, I love the game. It's a very good game. And then I tried to convince him to play the game, but he just doesn't want to because he wants to stay true to his principles. And I was like, you know what? That's fair enough. That's what. Thank you for the hydration check, Soka Sam. I appreciate it. But yeah, that's their opinion. But it's gotten to a point where some people are just like really hyper aware of the things around them now because it's everywhere now. Things are like, was it super sanitized to be non-offensive? People are hating against men. People are hating against white men specifically. Like it's just, and then yeah, it's just so weird. And honestly, it's very tiring. But yeah, it's important to talk about these things because it's just blatant hypocrisy. And I hate that stuff. I hate it. I'd say you
Yeah.
love a
Very,
certain elven aspect of Baldur's Gate 3. Be quiet. I mean, Astarion is my husband, but hush, silencio. If I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3, I'm far more concerned about Sezi time with the hot demon lady over a bear. Yeah, it's just a gag, and it was just one scene in. It was one
it's
5 second scene in a giant game of 100 hours worth of content, maybe 200 hours worth of content. Like, is just one infant. It's just one tiny little speck in a very grandiose game that you can just do whatever in. Like, it's just a weird thing to be specifically hung up on. And like you said, it was a choice. Like, you can choose not to engage in that, but like it was an option. Just like it was an option to punch one of your companions because you don't like them, or in this case, I guess stake him because he's a little bitey. But yeah, Mass Effect, Dragon Age 1, and even The Witcher 3, to an extent, have progressive moments handled with care and respect, but other games handled those moments horribly. I mean, a lot of people like pray. I agree with you. I was a little disappointed that Alistair wasn't interested in male wardens, but in Inquisition they had like a canonically gay companion, and it was such like a big thing. And I liked, I freaking adore Dorian. I just wished his companion quests were a little more interesting. Like, I don't know. It's just like the stereotypical like gay man having issues with his dad because his dad doesn't accept him. But it's just like I thought it was fine, but then someone pointed out that it was kind of like stereotypical, and I was like, oh yeah, now that you mention it, it kind of like was kind of meh compared to everyone else's companion quests. And it's like, yeah, I can see where they're come from. But yeah, I don't know. And if we talk in elves, I'd rather Astarion over Marzai. How dare you? They are both equally deserving of love, alright? Marzai and Astarion both deserve love. I don't know what you're talking about. Why would you say that? Rainbow. Yes, Drac. Rainbow. But yeah, like honestly, being progressive in gaming has always been a thing. It's just that more recently, since 2020, like during COVID, is just when things started getting crazy. Oh yeah, there was also news. Wait, there was a YouTube journalist who said that like most of the issues that going on with gaming is because of American studios. Like foreign game studios are following uh American company structures, and that's why you see
Yeah,
that.
that's not a good idea.
Yeah, that's why you see games and corporations
I
like sanitizing everything because they're
it's
following
not
the American mindset of sanitizing everything.
it to call it American is like I said, that's actually is more or less incorrect. So it's not America is not the big problem when it comes to this kind of issue. That's not what's going on. The primary issue is when it comes down to the how do you say it, the I believe it was like European style. Like it comes from essentially comes from the European banks, where it's like playing a particular role because that's and it's like profit over everything and stuff like that. So it's not like the traditional American system when it came to like you know capitalism and like company structure was like meritocracy, make everything work, do the best, and then we had this weird time when Reagan came in and he opened it up the world to China, and then everything started to get moved over. So much work was being sent to poor countries where they were taking advantage of their workers, and they're taking advantage of their workers so they can make the maximum amount of money, but then they're not passing those savings on to other people. And it's no it avalanched from there, and it's not good. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's strictly American. It's obviously there's a lot of problems going on, and they're not good. Obviously they're not good.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't think she was wrong in saying that most of it stemmed from Americanizing stuff. But as an American, I just want to defend my country and saying it was mainly in California who's forcing all this stuff, and maybe
Yeah,
Washington. Like in certain
it's
states in
off.
America who follow a certain ideology who's forcing all this stuff. So yeah, like
Yeah.
it's not every normal people, normal Americans don't actually, believe sanitizing media is like the best way to go. No, most people don't believe that. It's just that, you know, corporate California and Washington would want to make you think that. But anyways, yeah. Moving on finally to Doom the Dark Ages. So, people are not happy with Doom the Dark Ages. And I was like, why is that? It's Doom. It's Doom. It's a Doom game. Like, what do you mean no one likes the Doom the Dark Ages? To be fair, some people do like it. It's just that if you played the previous games, you would realize, oh, this game is actually pretty not good. So the
Yeah,
reason why,
gameplay, they really messed up,
yeah,
in my opinion.
they got rid of a lot of, so they got rid of glory kills to the point where you'd get them once every 60 kill. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. Like
Yep.
they very spare, like very itty bitty. Sometimes you get a glory kill, but in previous installments you would get glory kills out the wazoo, and you felt so badass, and you're all like at top of the world. You're the Doomslayer. Like, of course, you're like slaying demons and killing giant mech things, and like just really giving it to hell, and you know. But in Doom: The Dark Ages, yeah, they really fumbled the gameplay, and they said it's pretty much like instead of the rip and tear, you're just you're just you're just kick, you just kick and you swing, but no blood, if that makes sense. Like you kick enemies and you swing a thing and you knock them back, but there's like no viscera and there's no gore, there's no blood. There's some of blood, a little bit, but not as much as if you played the previous installments where you just bathe in the blood of your enemies. But then, yeah, but like in this one, it's like, no, stop it. Like, just go away. No, don't hit me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, it's not as intense. It's like, not as cool, you know? It's not, it just, it seems like something's
Yeah,
missing.
yeah.
Testosterone.
The,
Testosterone is
and
what's
I
missing. They're missing testosterone.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. No, they really dropped the ball on the gameplay here. This is the big thing. Gameplay first, guys. It's always been gameplay first. And if you don't follow that very simple structure of like do what people want in the gameplay, you're gonna mess up. I've been watching some of the cinematics. I don't think it's the story. I think it's literally just the. By the way, I think your nephew might be
Oh.
suffering a little bit of possession. Quite
No, he
possibly.
wants to
I
be the
I
Doom
said that,
Slayer. He's gonna be the new Doom Slayer. You know, he's just practicing.
I said
He's
that
just
I said
practicing.
that because yeah, I said that because I talked about Doom.
Yeah.
Um,
All right.
but yes, no, this idea that they've
Oh, sorry. No, I
catered
didn't see the
something
redeem.
towards an idea.
Wait, what mustache do you want? Oh, rainbow mustache. Oh, that's what you meant by rainbow. I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. Sorry. Continue what you were saying, cause I.
Yeah, so like I think it just boils down to poor gameplay. Like they had a direction that they should have gone with it, and they were like, let's try something new. And again, I 100%, 100%, I get it. Walking the tightrope is a absolute pain. It is so difficult to know, hey, am I doing the right thing here? Am I not doing the right thing here? Is this what I should be doing? Is that what I should be doing? And it's always going to be difficult. It's always going to be a difficult call. But yeah, they screwed the pooch on this one. Bad idea all around. No,
Oh
not
yeah.
cool. Not good.
Also, was it Mike? Mike, what's his name? Didn't make the. Didn't make the. Sorry, my nephew's like yelling in the background. Uh, Mike, whatever his name is, Mike, Mayor, Mike something or other. He didn't make the metal, the heavy metal rip and tear music.
So I've heard that, and I there is a big controversy around this. Obviously, like there has been a really big controversy over this around this stuff for a long time. Um, and lots of people like they worship the guy, they worship the ground that he walks on. He can do no wrong. Like, the fact that he needed 8 extensions to finish the music, like clearly not his fault. Like clearly he's he's the victim here. I guess. Yeah. Again,
I,
I'm
I,
not trying to bash the guy.
I don't
I just
know.
like
I don't know what the deal was, but obviously the man was talented when it came to making music for Doom. That I can't say because
yeah,
there's obviously a
and
most of the fans still support him.
yes, and that's the thing is like the fans are really quite like hard in for him. And again, like I don't want to like I don't want to discredit him. I don't want to try and like dump on him. But I think like you know two sides to every story, and there's definitely some issues with that story. So
Yeah.
yeah, uh, uh,
It's because Hans Zimmer didn't make the music. Any Doom that Hans Zimmer has graced with his presence was a hit. In fact, some even say that Hans Zimmer's albums are so good they come with a game. Really? Uh, I've yet to finish Doom 2016 because I'm a massive idiot who won't play at an easier difficulty. Hans is king. Oh, his name was Hans Zimmer. I thought it was like Mike something or other. But yeah.
no, it's Mike Hans Zimmer is yeah no yeah you're getting tricked with that one. Don't
I don't
overthink
know.
that one. You're
I
fine.
don't know. I don't play the
You're
game.
fine.
Don't
You're
attack me.
fine.
I don't know the game. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me, Doom fans. I'm not I've never played the game before. Don't hurt me. It's just a cross of misinformation. I'm sorry. But yeah. Uh Gordon is Jesus of heavy metal, hands down. Okay, now you're just throwing names around. I don't know who these people are. I don't know who was the main composer for the older games. All I know is that one of them was very popular. The context of the game is what matters most in my opinion. The gameplay, lore, theme, characters, and story, and how all of that connects with each other in a way that makes the world feel alive in a consistent way. Yeah, if only people would understand that. Namely, devs. Well, not devs. Corporate execs. Sorry. Sorry, they both work on the Doom games, but neither worked on Dark Ages. But yeah, I watched the Fleek Fleekazoid. Oh god darn it, I forgot his name. I saw his review on Doom the Dark Ages and it's pretty funny. But yeah, because like he turned down the music for Dark Ages and then he just played the album for like Doom Eternal. I thought that was funny. But yeah, there no not a lot of people are enjoying the game. It's not having as much impact as one would expect for such a big title. Yeah, and plus there was a huge controversy of the is it the limited edition? The limited edition was supposed to come with a physical disc, but it turns out the disc was just a key to have access to the game, and you have to constantly be online for a single player
Mhm.
game. So yeah, everyone
Yep.
got pissed off about that.
Yeah, and that again, they really screwed the pooch on that, and they saved themselves like it's something stupid. It's like they saved themselves like like last time I checked, it was like a buck 50. So like they saved themselves a buck 50 per sale to basically piss off everybody who bought a physical version of the game.
Oof.
It's like please again, it's like please stop doing this. You're only hurting yourself for the love of God. Please stop. This is so dumb. Do not do this. So it's so infuriating. It's absolutely so infuriating.
Yeah. But yeah, was there anything else you wanted to add? Is there anything else you wanted to go over?
No, No, I think we're gonna have a busy summer with game announcements, stuff like that, and
Oh
hopefully,
yeah. Wait, wasn't there like
hopefully,
Game Fest coming out this summer? Oh
yeah,
no.
yeah,
Wait.
we've got some
Oh,
stuff coming up and
oh
stuff.
yay! I feel I'm gonna be available during that time, at least in July. Like
Hmm.
I'll be available during that time, hopefully. Wait, is it in June or
Yeah.
July that Summer Games Fest is gonna happen? Or is it just through June and July?
I'm not positive.
I know I'll be
Yeah,
available in
don't quote
July.
me on.
So
Yeah.
that's as far as I know. But if anything big is happening in July, I'll probably cover it. But yeah, I will be very available in July for a lot of stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, I'm excited. Oh, now I can finally actually do live reactions to Game Fest stuff if it's in July. Like I can finally actually do live reactions to all the like new fests coming out and stuff, and like new trailers and indie games coming out. Ooh, I'm so excited. But yeah.
Hmm.
Um is there anything else you want to add? Anything?
Nope. Um, I have like a minor injury that I'm dealing with, so
Yeah.
things are a little bit slow on my side. It really sucks. I appreciate the well wishes and all that kind of stuff from the people who are in our community and stuff like that. So thank you so much. I'm trying to get over it as quickly as I can. But it's not. I thought it was really really bad. I was starting to panic, but I'm starting to get better already. So I think I think we've nailed down what the problem is, and we are working on a solution. So yeah, should be good. But yeah,
Well, that's
it's
good.
just delayed plans and stuff a little bit. But yeah, so and definitely like we're getting our. I had a meeting today earlier with our editor. We're editors plural. We're really starting to push stuff. I am so excited. I cannot wait for everybody to see the stuff that we've got coming down down the stream with all this stuff that we're working on.
Nice, nice.
Hmm. Yeah,
Um,
got yeah.
yeah.
It's coming. It's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be so cool at some point.
Yeah, I think I already said like I'm gonna be more available in July, but like, um, I can't say I'm gonna start pushing more streams in June, but I know I'll be more. I'll try to get more shorts out, maybe, but yeah, like I'll be more available in July to do more gaming news coverage and stuff like that, and then like streaming games and stuff like that. But yeah, uh,
Hmm.
but unfortunately that's in July. Yeah. But that's a little few times away. I'm just getting excited because I'm like, finally, I'll be free to do more things in July, and then I'm just so excited, even though it's not here yet. But soon, 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 soon. Thank you all. Time to man the kids in response to the short spam. Look, I'm sorry if I don't do it all at once. I'm not gonna do it for the next 5 months. All right. I'm sorry I mass spammed the shorts. All right. Because if I didn't do it then, I was never gonna do it for the next like 6 months. Like it would have I would have dragged my feet about the whole thing. But anyways, yeah. Uh, thank you guys for joining us. I hope you guys have a good day or night wherever you're at. Thank you for the likes and the subs and the follows. Thank you for the raids. Thank you guys for being here. And we will see you guys next time. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh wait, hold on.
Okay, I have to go to the bathroom so bad.
All right, go.
I've been holding that for so long. I'll be right back.
Understandable.